I did. I changed the graphic to the right one. I always get worried. Hey, everybody! Welcome back to Nat19. You've come back to Devils Might Surrender, Session 23. I'm Logan. You know who I am. But we haven't done one of these in so long that maybe it bears reminding. How you doing? What is up? It's Mission 9, which also means that everybody is level 9. Look at these guys, almost at level 10. Gosh.
We're almost there.
Now, I'm trying to get into the habit of giving the recaps myself, but since I didn't go ahead and I didn't take notes for the one that we're doing today, because I'm a fool, we're gonna have one last party-given recap. I'm going to roll for who will give us the final recap, randomly determined.
Anyone remember who's not me?
Pretty sure it's...
We fought Lilith.
It's only been a month. It's only been a month and a half. It's actually probably a fair recap.
It's been like 2 months.
Perfect. Someone who always remembers what happens every game gets to give us a recap.
No.
Someone who has a flawless memory and always takes the assignment seriously. Who's never once been facetious, never once for a joke cut the recap short, never once angered me greatly by showing a lack of respect, of which I get none of. Spencer, what happened last time?
Well, we fought Lilith.
All right, so welcome to session 23.
Good recap. I mean, of all the sessions to give to Spencer, I feel like...
Do you want to...
We fought Lilith. She charmed people, including me. I beat up some people, and then we beat up Lilith. And I'm pretty sure... I think I got the last blow in. Oh yeah, and Marile got her devil trigger, and it was neat.
It's true, as well as the Serpent of Lust.
Yeah, that too.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Oh, my voice is a bit dry today. If you don't mind if I just take a second to drink some water.
Where'd these fucking cats come from?
Yeah. Yeah.
I miss bread.
I literally talked to her all last night, and I'm like, same.
I was gonna say I forgot to change my image, but then I remembered Hey, so Eric.
Yeah.
Did you, did you change your reactive image?
I did. I definitely did.
I'm gonna need to make sure I got the right link for you.
Sorry, I never usually would open stream, but I had to know.
No, that's fair. In this case, that's fair.
Oh, are we? We're not still using the old one, are we?
No. That's
No,
I think that's
you
actually the
would.
issue. Is I still have the old one for you there.
Oh, right,
This
okay.
is Omar.
The link should be the same.
No, I think they're slightly different. I'll see though. We're gonna see in a second.
So funny.
Good start.
I too miss Omar.
Me too.
No, that's the one that it shows me for. Did you make sure to hit save and whatnot when you changed it?
I did.
Yeah, I actually just looked at his source on the thing and it shows him as it. Set the images again.
Okay.
Yeah.
It did the same to Mia like a little while ago.
This thing's finickety. Welcome
Funny.
to Devils Might Have Tech Difficulties.
Devils might be a weed bird.
Fuji Tech.
There you go. And then I get to remain as this cute little chibi me,
How dare you?
floating adorably. Here I go.
Hooray.
So yeah, as of last time you guys ended off things, the party was in a wide variety of conditions. The worst person off in the party currently being Marile, who got focused on a bit by one of her friends. Whenever you guys ended, you defeated Lilith. The Serpent of Lust bound itself to Marile in an effort to attach itself to the most viable host, who was similar to their previous one. Marile has learned to use their devil trigger, and you guys now remain in the Center of the large room, the large bloodied room with pieces of Angelo armor scattered about, leading up to the doors that would lead to the command deck of this, the Anchor of Epiphany, the second of the towers that you guys have tried to climb. We ended pretty much right after combat last time, so if you guys want to take it away, tell me what you'd like to do. You guys got the floor. I apologize for my voice being so dry today. I don't know why it is.
You have water?
I'm drinking it. I'm getting it in me. Here
All
it
right,
goes.
good.
I would like to
Emmanuel's
immediately
gonna-
make.
oh, go ahead.
I would like to immediately make my way to Marile and throw out Healing Spirit.
Mm.
Just
What's
making
that
a Healing
mean?
Spirit over top of Marile.
And just go over to one of the columns and just slump
Oh yeah,
down
wow,
onto the
that's-
ground.
I don't have a lot of I only have 10 HP.
No, you don't.
Not that it'll matter, but just for ambience, here you go.
What was Manny saying?
Oh, he's doing his impression of a starfish.
It's on the ground.
I get that.
Again. Theo will go over and kind of sit down next to Arden, just being quiet.
Okay, I had to second guess myself. I had to see how many times I used it. I knew it was 5, but I needed to make sure. Because of all the times I was wrong.
Well,
Oh, I still
thank
have that
fuck
on.
she's dead.
I still have that on. I gotta turn that off.
Oh, right.
It's okay. Over a break, I'll turn that off.
What?
Close my door.
The thing that changes some of the graphics.
Mm.
That also makes it so DM rolls aren't hidden.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
That. Yeah.
Eek.
Shouldn't have said anything. I didn't even notice.
I hope that is better. I hope. Is anything? Do you need anything?
I'm fine. I think I just need a moment to rest. Going into a completely otherworldly form that you had no knowledge of until the dire situation is more exhausting than I thought it would be.
I definitely wouldn't know. Like looks over toward Emmanuel and Arden. It's just like
I did not know either. Until now.
What?
It comes with perks.
the two of you feeling all right? Since Lilith was in your head.
Well, I'm physically fine.
I'd like to
Looks
hope
over
so.
at Starfish Manny.
I'd like to hope. I'd like to hope so. You're the one that did the number on me.
Sorry about that.
Nah, it's not your fault. Literally, it wasn't even you.
Still feel bad about that.
It's not the first time, and it definitely will not be the last that I have been penetrated.
Alright, she's good.
That's not a sign of good health.
Gino,
Yeah.
here, you need some help too.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Thank
throw
you.
another one over. I'm gonna throw another healing spirit, my other second level spot over to Gino.
Thank you.
Do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think only 2 rolled. What the hell?
Can I
3,
flex?
4.
Do I still have flex?
4. There we go. It's. I have to just like do it one after another. There we go. Perfect.
Oh my god.
jeez.
What's going on?
Goodness
There's
gracious.
some dogs over there. Ah! Ah! Ah!
How did they get into the
Burst!
tower?
Lilith's death chihuahuas.
Why do they always chase me? I'm not a man.
Pomerantulas.
It's all that pizza.
Someone has released the Pomerantulas.
No.
How did you have that so ready to go?
Because I saw it earlier and then I remembered immediately where I found it.
That's wonderful.
I appreciate
Oh,
it.
they're adorable.
Oh, awful.
They're adorable.
Oh, I hate it.
And that thing that is in you, that's fine. You're not feeling weird. I was mostly talking about that weird serpent thing that Maria was talking about.
Oh, that thing. Yeah.
The same thing with you, though. That thing inside of you, it's good.
Yeah, it's all right.
Oh, there's so many.
You should probably be more specific.
A lot of us have a lot of things inside us.
I asked everyone but Theo, the thing inside. No, actually, Arden, you just gotta think. I'm gonna go over here. I'm just.
He smells like blood and anchovies.
I think he's a little stressed out.
Ah!
He stubbed
He'll
his
be
toe.
fine. He'll be fine.
I'm back.
Are you okay?
Like I said, physically I'm fine. Well, besides all the injuries and whatnot, but that's about the rest of me. That's okay. That's about the only thing that's okay. I haven't had time to think since I've been in this godforsaken tower.
It's kind of been one thing after another, hasn't it?
Yeah. But how are you?
I'm okay. Felt a little bit useless. During the last fight, I couldn't seem to hit her much.
At least you weren't hitting us.
I did a couple times, but
Well.
I guess that wasn't my fault.
Hmm.
And it wasn't your fault either.
Nothing here was anyone's fault. We got through it together, like we said we would.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I think that that's worth celebrating in some ways. But we need to get through to the end of here. We need to make sure that Gino can get this thing sealed away.
Prestidigitation, little mini fireworks. You're alive. But in like the little SpongeBob imagination thing. Yeah. I've never used prestidigitation until now.
It was a perfect first use of it.
Yeah, greatest spell in D&D.
It really is.
If you ever want to talk, I'm always here, you know that, right?
I know.
Mm-hmm.
But like, grab your hand, just hold it for a little bit.
She'll squeeze it back. Just sit in silence with him, however long he needs.
Just sit there and breathe. Close his eyes, just head tilted back, pressed against the whatever he's leaning on.
Now.
Yeah, you got any more of those heal things? Manny really needs one.
Oh no, I'm fine.
You don't look fine.
I'm just being a starfish. Don't worry about it.
Don't know what that is, but it doesn't look like a starfish is fine.
No, we need to watch some TV.
I would love to.
Anyways, you should probably heckin' push the button before, I don't know, Samurai Jack shows up and he's like, yeah, and he pushes the button that sends us all to Aku's realm or something.
So that's
Is
another
that
person
another-
we need to be aware
Is
of.
that another demon lord? Is that like...
He's a good guy. You don't have to worry about him.
Oh, okay.
Aku
Alright.
is the good one? Or
What?
No, he sucks. Well, it's kind of funny.
Alright.
Is this another Dante thing? Like is this a Dante
No,
thing? Or...
Dante would destroy Samurai Jack.
Ah, that's good to know, I guess. Come on, Manny. I'm gonna go pick him up.
Dante would solo the verse.
I will pick up Starfish Manny and I will look to Gino. You ready?
Alright, let's fucking do it. And he will make his way over towards the big old door.
All right. As you walk over to it, the same interlocking door that looks vaguely like the one in the previous anchor goes. As you go towards it, a circular dome on the top of it opens. A eye-like apparatus lights up. This red wave of light scans over you as it reaches your feet. Starting from your head, as it reaches your feet, it turns from red to green and then scans back up. You see the eye give this almost humanized blink for a second, as if its cover was an eyelid, and then just hear the same voice that you've heard, the same distorted voice you've heard from the various parts of the towers, just speaking. Gino Angelo, it has been 2,000 years since your deployment. You require repair in the central workshop. Conditions for moving between areas of the workshop are not currently optimal. Please anchor Andromelech to return to optimal conditions.
Yeah, sure, let me in.
As you say that, you hear the sound of hydraulic systems beginning to move. You hear the decompressing come from the door as it splits slightly open, and then various panels begin unfurling and moving away from each other, almost as if the door is a series of interlocking random metal plates as opposed to two solid, larger plates. As it opens, it reveals yet another of the same as the first one. It looks to be a very large circular room, tall walls made of glass. Inside, you can't see them, but a lot like how there was holographic displays in the first one, you become aware of their presence even though you do not visually see them. You are simply aware of their position. Lights turn on one by one with a very loud, like, as these spotlights on the top of this room light it all up.
Alright.
Captain's on deck.
Yeah, sure, Captain. That's
Yeah.
what I am. Captain Gino. Here we
Captain
go.
Gino.
And he's gonna walk up to where the heckin' computer was last time.
Alrighty. As you walk up towards it, it looks to be the same basic information as last time. As you do, you hear the plates on your head light up as you hear in the back of your head, Pito. It is at this point that if you wish for my undivided assistance, if you upload me into this system, I will be able to automate most of the features that you are looking to use.
Sure.
At this point, I must confirm. Do you trust me?
Yeah. Yeah, you haven't fucked us over yet, so.
You see
What do
some
I
of the
do?
holographic displays begin to move, and this holographic display of what looks to be something similar to the orb that you met Pito in, the terminal where he was locked, forms. Simply touch that and make contact, and I will be transferred to it. At which point, I will assume full control of connected facilities.
Poke.
As you do, you feel it leave the back of your head. You feel like your head becomes somewhat empty for a second as the holographic display lights up. The same eye-like design fills the holographic area, and it all begins to spin. Some of it seems to lock out, and the various holographic... I'm getting tired of the word holographic, but it's what I gotta say. The various holographic buttons and screens and whatnot that surround you, Gino, sort of disappear, become less complicated, and they just become a series of what looks like large panels. Okay. What is the first thing that you would like me to do, now that I am in control of this connected system? I could search for information regarding what happened to Andromelech. Information I did not have from where I was. I could anchor it in any of the places you wish me to. Make a request, and I will do what I can.
Okay,
Can
this
we
is
hear
gonna
him
be
now,
one of
or
those.
is it all like still in his head?
No, you can all hear this at this point.
Okay.
It's just gonna be one of those things where we ask you to do one thing and then you won't do any other things after that, or can we just rely on you to do multiple things?
I do not believe I have ever done such a thing to you.
Then let's go ahead and anchor
Okay.
this place first. Get
All
that
right.
out of the way. Save more lives if we can.
Very well. To confirm, I do not want to assume your intention. Do you wish me to anchor this place into the human world the same way you did with the first?
Yes.
Yes.
Very well. You hear rumbling. You see outside the various glass panels that make up the sides of this room. As of this moment, each one of these large panels seems to show a different one of the realms this place is connected to, be it the Frost Hell, be it the Lazarus Zone, be it the human world. You see the shutters close on the outside of all of them. There is flashing and lights from outside as if the anchor you're in were spinning. And then the shutters all open again to reveal that all of them now show the human world. You all hear the grinding of metal as the facility moves, and a lot like the first anchor, as it's locked in place. Part of it outside, you actually see one of the holographic displays show an outside visual image of what's going on, and you see that this large talon that comes up from the ground that constitutes this tower, the top of it opens up like a beak. A very large spike with chains attached to it, like the first one, appears, aims itself out towards the bay, and you see it launch itself at incredible speeds with this massive behind it as it fires out into the bay. And you hear a massive splash, the cracking of ice, and a splash as this massive chain fires out and seems to lock in place. And the giant chain, which itself is the size, has the circumference of a building going around, seems to become taut, locks in place, and as it does, you start to see the blizzard outside thinning. Not going away entirely, but thinning.
Direct hit, Captain.
That's a lot more ominous now that we have certain thoughts in our head about that, but
Huh?
at least it looks as if everything's calming down out there.
One more. Alright, so. Thing 2, please.
I am afraid
job,
the
Peter.
previous action took all of my processing ability. I am unable to process future actions at this.
Shut the fuck up.
What would you like?
I know your shtick by now. Fucking. I would like you to look up what happened surrounding this suit of armor on that day 2,000 years ago when Andromeda was invaded.
I believe I
You
can
have
do
any,
this.
like, cameras? Like, see what happened?
This place does have a effective surveillance system that may have been able to catch what happened. However, what visual information I can pull up largely depends on what permissions I have, as where your armor was stored would have been within the central workshop. If you give me a moment, I will dig up what information about that day and the Gino Angelo armor I can.
Okay.
I'll put a hand on Gino's shoulder, but not really say anything. Just give a pat.
He slightly turns to you before looking back to Pito. It's just waiting. Not saying anything.
You see the eye blink back. After about 20 seconds. It's going to take me a minute.
Oh.
Good. The rest of us can take a minute.
How are
then.
you doing?
Do you mean like a literal minute, or?
Sorry, no. It's going to take me between 7 and 15 minutes to amass the information that you're asking.
Right.
Okay. That's fine.
Are there any chairs here? He's just looking around.
You
Loki
see,
really wasn't one for comfort.
Niccolo, you see
Seems-
a recliner appear behind you, a holographic recliner appear behind you, just out of nothing, just made out of this seemingly like blue connected strands of light, building it like a wireframe.
He will look at it. He will look over at his friends who he knows are tired. He will test it.
As you sit back, you fall through it.
That's what I thought.
Yep. It's a fucking miracle I trusted you.
He just lays on the ground for a minute. We're alive.
Somehow.
That we are. Ugh. Glad to be alive.
Me too. I'm glad you're okay.
After some time goes by, several of the screens move. I have acquired information relevant to what you asked.
Let me hear it.
It may be best to present it all, collectively. Recorded logs of the final battle before most of Adramelech went dormant are now available to me. I can confirm the following information to be true, assuming that surveillance data in the area has not been damaged. First, I had previously hypothesized that Adramelech got to the state it was in because of a battle between Machiavelli and Sparta. I can confirm this was true, but now I have more information regarding why it was Sparta attacked Machiavelli, who was previously an ally. It would seem that Machiavelli had begun modifying Adramelech to be able to enter into the human world more easily. There was a request by Sparta for him to cease, to not allow this to happen, and for him to stay in the demon world. Machiavelli refused. I was already placed where I was by the time these changes had begun happening, so I cannot confirm when or why. There are blocks within the system where it seems Machiavelli was attempting to lock out Sparta. However, Sparta's Devil Arms Rebellion and Yamato were forged within this facility, and due to that, the facility recognized Sparta as having administrative authorization here. 2, and this is why this is relevant. It would seem that after the conflict, Sparta attempted to install blocks, which your modern sensibilities may better understand as firewalls, which only he and his demonic signature could undo once he had restrained Machiavelli. I believe this may have pushed him to desperation in regards to what you asked. Finally, I have found incomplete records that confirm that Machiavelli did in fact die within the central workshop. The data is incomplete due to the blocks I had mentioned, which I cannot act beyond, but I can confirm. He attempted to operate the Gino Angelo armor and placed a part of his own demonic essence within it. My creator, Briar, the one who had designed most of your armor and was performing maintenance on it, had attempted to help him do so, but was in a rush due to the attack. Machiavelli's demonic power and life were split apart and destroyed, and the Gino Angelo armor was deployed. It seems that it was sent to the world of humans in an attempt to engage Sparta. I do not have much of a record of what happened to it, beyond that, but I would surmise that an incomplete fragment of Machiavelli's demonic essence may have been placed within you in the rush to awaken you. It would seem, based on records, that is also how Briar ended up there. He was doing close maintenance on the armor when it was deployed the way it was. And so, he was ejected with it. And then Sparta, trying to lock this facility down entirely, locked all people who were not within it out, including Briar, including you. So the facility made no further attempt to try to recollect the Gino Angelo armor. I am afraid any visual confirmation is off limits to me. I may be able to access it if you can access the central workshop. I apologize. I know that is not as exhaustive of an account as you were hoping for.
Well, I know I'm not Machiavelli, at least. So...
No. Only a broken, partially dead part of him. That's better.
Listen, he's just hanging out in this thing with me, as far as I'm concerned, right?
That is an optimistic way to look at your situation.
It's not a bad way, though. You're yourself, Gino.
You see a holographic thumbs up just appear, just a demonic hand with a thumbs up. You get him.
If we get to the other spire, is there going to be more that you can potentially look into?
There is, and actually I have a question that I would like to raise. When you all informed me of what was going on, I had become vexed at the sudden reactivation of this facility after 2,000 years. Now that I'm connected here, I have a vague sense of why this place suddenly came to life, and it is alarming.
Oh?
The system seems to think that Sparta is alive, and residing in a deep corner of the demon world. Shortly before activating, it received a signal from him to retrieve him and bridge the gap between here and there. However, this is before it emerged into the human world. It seems that the anchors appeared in the demon world in various places before they ever appeared here. It is his authorization that caused the system to activate. Due to the firewalls he placed, however, the system was not able to find his exact location, so it made several guesses. That is why the system is currently connected to the Frost Hell human world and Lazarus Zone all at once. Since this has happened, however, it has been attempting to process his location and find him. It would seem that removing the firewalls, by anchoring it here, and with my aid in doing so, may aid the system in being able to locate where this authorized call is coming from. That is to say, if the system is correct, the Devil Knight Sparta is still alive.
But he's in the demon world?
He's in one of these three.
Ugh.
If Sparta truly did survive, he could command the system to return to where it came and leave the human world. He is currently the highest tier member of anyone who is authorized to activate or pilot this place.
Would Sparta do that, though?
Sparta, based on my knowledge, initially an ally of Mundus, fell in love with a human, fell in love with their society, and turned against the demon world, forsaking everything he'd built up there. He defeated and sealed Mundus, and then, for the sake of protecting the human world, defeated and sealed Machiavelli. It is through his actions that the demon world does not have a clear entry point into the human world. It is my understanding that Sparta is the greatest ally mankind has ever seen.
And we can find him if we get the other spire online? We could have him potentially get rid of these things?
If we manage to anchor all of this area, and reduce the load on this place's processing by having it not existing in various planes at once, it is possible with the combined processing power, I would be able to try to hone in on where the signal is coming from. Or at the very least, confirm that it's a fluke and he is dead, in which case I could seize complete control myself, and I could do the job.
All right. We have something, at least we have some sort of a goal in mind now, other than just start all these and hope for the best.
Definitely nicer.
And we can't go to the center without getting the third one, right?
Oh, you are mistaken. There are more than 3 anchors. There are 4.
But there are 3 here.
There should be 4 in each plane that they've locked onto.
Is the 4th potentially in the bay?
It's difficult for me to tell from here, but they should all be equidistant from one another. If you find the location of the 3rd, it should roughly tell you where the 4th is.
All right. We can do that.
But yes, locking them into the human world would allow the entirety of the Adramelech to be pulled into the human world as well, at which point you would be able to traverse your way into the central workshop.
So, okay, I have a bit of a question.
Okay.
So, this Spartan guy, he made this place stuck so it wouldn't go to the human world. Aren't we just attaching it to the thing that he told us not to do?
That sure is a conundrum.
Oh, that's dangerous.
I guess it really depends on how much you care about what Sparta wanted. I personally don't care.
If we anchor it anywhere else, we won't be able to get back out to the city, correct?
That is theoretically correct. If you'd well, the problem is you've already anchored 2 of them in the human world.
Yeah.
The main
Well,
issue...
gonna be mad.
Conjecture. I believe that Sparta's main intention was to stop any powerful demons such as Machiavelli from using it to traverse into the human world. They're gone. This place is, apart from the few residents who remain inside as you've seen, mostly derelict. And if it were to be entirely anchored into the center, its defense systems would likely also cease as well.
Yes, as long as we don't let Machiavelli or Mundus do anything. Looks over to Arden and Gino. I'm playing.
Listen!
Yes.
Oh,
I
fucking
do
idiot.
agree with the statement that you definitely just said. It is probably best to throw the spawn of Mundus out into the Lazarus Zone and be done with him now. He is the key liability in this plan.
We're not doing that.
No, we're not.
I'd
what if
rather
we
you
did?
fucking didn't. I'd rather you didn't, Pito.
I feel like we keep coming around to this throw him into the Lazarus Zone idea.
I feel like that's what you keep coming around to, and it's not going to happen.
Well,
We
not
should
with
probably
that.
start acting like this is not an option.
Arden's got like 1 foot out the window, just like ready to jump out. He's like,
Arden!
we're not doing that.
Get the fuck back in here!
We're not doing that plan. All right.
No.
Just
Throw yourself out.
Just
That would throw you in.
freaking-
We're in the human world, but if you wish to throw yourself off of a 20th story drop, then please don't let me stop you.
This freaking serpent of lust, freaking Scorpio, get over here.
One further concern.
What?
This is a consequence of what happened, but as long as the firewalls that are set in place with this place being unanchored are there, it would seem that my creator, Briar, is also barred from entering the system entirely. The entire place is rigged to be hostile towards him. Sparta likely believed that he would be an enemy, since he was one of Machiavelli's assistants. I should be able to offer him restoration to his Rumblejack from here, but he can't actually come into the Adramelech unless it lands. I am not the sentimental type. But when you next see him, please do tell him I would be happy to grant him administrative privileges here if he managed to find his way inside.
Aww.
We can do that, Pito.
If you stop threatening Arden, I would happily do that for you.
I have only offered advice.
There
I
is
lack the
one
power
other-
to threaten anybody.
There is one other thing, Pito.
Hmm.
We have not known much about these things since we've started with anything. Is there, now that you are taking full control of this place, is there anything that these spires can do to aid us in our travel going forward? In
As
our
lo-
ability to get to the next area, or even just our survivability in general?
I am afraid that their functions largely are limited to what is inside of them, and most of it has to do with the creation of demons, Angelo armors, armaments, and defending the area. As long as this place is in defense mode, as long as it thinks it's at war with Sparta, then I'm afraid it's impossible to do much else with it, and the external areas of the spires only exist to pull up Machiavelli's workshop. Once they are all anchored, that is.
Understood.
I can-
wanted you to make a try at it.
I can, however, perhaps try to control the ambient weather. I will probably not be able to stop the living blizzard coming from the frost hells, but perhaps I could make the surrounding area surrounding the anchors a little bit more pleasant.
That would actually help out quite a bit. I believe it would help out those who are in the stadium as well.
What is a comfortable living temperature for humans?
15 degrees Celsius.
Does anyone
perfect.
else would anybody else like to offer their opinion?
Room temperature is between 20 to 22 degrees Celsius and 68 to 72 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what it is in Kelvin. Don't ask me.
She
Calvin
destroys our cooling bill.
So what if
It's
I told
very-
you that those words were not necessarily something the system operated using?
What kind of hell degrees do we have?
I am going to make the surrounding area roughly the same temperature as the area surrounding Marile.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Everything's just on fire.
I likely will not succeed in getting it up to that temperature, but the attempt should make everything more pleasant. This will only work for the surrounding area, however. The area surrounding the other anchors will still be locked in a blizzard.
He's gonna look out the window. He's gonna try to find the stadium they were just at. Do you think it would make its way out to that far?
Yes.
Wonderful. That would be perfect then.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Maybe he'll be a little bit more amicable.
No, he won't.
No, he won't.
I hope he's okay. Do you think now that Lilith's gone, do you think Adrik will be okay?
I hope so.
I was thinking about him.
Do you think about Adrik?
Well, yeah, 'cause he was under her control, and then I climbed him and gave him that love potion, and
Are you guys getting married?
no.
Oh, you're just worried about him.
You can worry about somebody without wanting to marry them, man.
But I worry about you all the time, and we're not getting married, Manny.
You.
Not marrying anyone, but you know, I hope he's okay, 'cause he was nice to us.
If you don't want people worrying about you, go up and be strong like that Samurai Jack fellow.
Using the anchor systems to scan the area for anybody identified as Samurai Jack.
Honestly, he could be of use if you find him.
Jack, Samurai, not located.
Wait, you can scan your surroundings for specific people?
There's not many life forms around. I can do
Are
general
there-
scans.
Can you try and find? Are there any other humans in the tower?
Within the tower. Scanning. Apart from those within this room, there are no other human lives within the tower.
Alden!
Hmm.
Do you think maybe he could try to find Zinni?
Uh-oh.
That's what I was asking.
Oh no.
Upon performing a tertiary scan, I must unfortunately inform you. It would seem that one of the other anchor's command decks has already been breached by a demon.
What? Which
What
one?
the fuck?
The only other one. Oh, the only one we can see. Unless it was the one underwater. Was it the big... the whale?
It wasn't.
The Bermuda Triangle Man.
It wasn't the one we came from, was it?
No. Those ones are protected at this point. They've
Alright,
already
good.
been anchored. No, this one is... This anchor should be due southeast.
Is that the general direction of the other one we can see?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they have a head start, don't they?
However, they do not seem to be able to do anything with the controls, likely because they do not possess any kind of authorization.
But we can be sure that there's someone there. That's good information at the very least.
Lucifer, right.
Quite
Lucifer?
possibly.
Was that not the
Yeah.
one we heard of that was over there?
Yeah, Veilfire was calling for Lucifer and Lilith.
Oh, I think some things have changed since I've been gone.
Oh?
What?
Yes. So, Lucifer was formerly the ruler of the Frost Hells.
Mhm.
They're dangerous. I have no greater point.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I
Okay.
imagined as much.
All right. Well, should we all take a bit of time before making our way back down then? Or do we need to get a move on?
We can take a breather for a little bit at least, I think.
We could.
Wouldn't mind that.
Ito,
Ito.
is there an easier way out of this place other than going over to the bridges that have been collapsed?
Yes, I can create an easier sort of slide for you to leave through the windows. One moment. You see one of the windows like open and lifts up, and this holographic slide appears heading down into the mist below. Okay, Arden,
Arden,
go
you
ahead,
go
test
first.
it.
He's just gonna look at it.
No, Manny, no.
We'll take the collapse. Whatever. All right.
No, I can summon an elevator to take you down to the exit if you need.
You're a
Better
peach,
not be
Ito.
holographic.
We'll test it, Arden.
I'll test it for you.
Though I don't think that Pito would want all of us dead, just you.
Oh, that makes me feel a lot better.
It's true.
Nice. Ito,
Yes.
you can scan for people outside, right?
Yes.
We have a friend, named Zinnia. She's sort of this tall and
Feel like reach up her arm and be like, "Yay, hi."
purple hair, really, really pretty. Might be wearing like a coat or something. I don't know how your computer stuff works, but like,
She has a suitcase that's made of me.
yeah,
It's
she's
made of you.
she
made
has
of
a suitcase
my
named
parts.
Pandora.
Pandora. Pandora's nearby. That will
You
be
can sense
easy to
that?
find.
Yeah?
Pandora's one of the greatest devil arms that Machiavelli ever made. I suppose it makes sense if Andromelech was going to resurface. Pandora probably attempted to return to it. He was probably signaling to whoever was carrying it to return here as well. I will scan for Pandora. That was very fast. They're here.
Okay.
Wow.
What?
Where?
They are currently heading southeast.
Of
I
course.
see. That just seems to be where everything is at, huh?
I mean, it is the only other one we can see that has any sort of direct crazy storm around it, so it makes sense.
Is it like a life form with them, or is it like just a suitcase moving on its own?
Unfortunately, whoever is carrying Pandora is outside this anchor's range of ability to detect. However, I can detect the direction that Pandora is in, even if it's outside the influence of this anchor.
Okay.
Well, that's
All right.
that's the lead.
Where Colleen at?
Do they have something surprising I could use to lock on to them?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Could you...
She probably has a bunch of magic shit on her.
Eh.
Try looking for something like that, maybe?
Could you
Oh,
just... okay. Well, I will attempt to.
Would he have any idea of anything unique on her person that he could look for, possibly?
On Colleen?
Yeah.
The mantles that the members of the Knights of Ulyssia wear, that the captains wear, they are special. They're magical. So there's the thing that could be like they give a protective charm. Beyond that, it's pretty much they don't have really a lot of really elaborate equipment. The Paddle Knights don't normally take a lot of demonic stuff out with them, since their job is to contain that kind of stuff. But yeah, you know her general description. Pretty slightly above average height for a woman, pink hair, mantle, carries a rapier. Would have other Paddle Knights with her.
Got pink hair, magic cloak, pretty tall.
Those are magic?
Yeah. I mean, this
Cool.
one's not.
Scanning.
It's kind of bullshit, but, you know.
Stiffy on it. Do we have HR? Can you complain?
You know, I might just complain when we get back.
Within this anchor's area of influence, I cannot find anybody by that name or with that description.
Okay.
Okay.
There's somebody vaguely like that, but with a more masculine frame to the north.
Okay.
Would that be
That's probably Adrik.
okay?
Yes.
No, okay.
I do hope he's okay.
I mean, we were planning on... Well, we were planning on going straight to the tower, the next tower without them, right? We were gonna...
We could stop by, let them know that we have made things at least a little bit more livable around, and see if they have another van. Though I think ours is still somewhat okay, right? It's probably
I
fine.
thought
It should be
one the
fine.
I
Yeah.
kind
The
of
one
ride
that-
every vehicle we
Where
get
did you leave
and
your
off.
van?
Just outside of the entrance we used at the bottom of the spire.
Okay. It would seem that some of the area below has shifted due to the tectonic activity caused when anchoring the tower.
Just give it to me straight. Did I lose another vehicle?
I will scan. You see a screen come up that shows a small crevice has appeared at the bottom of the tower. And looking at it, you see the van is teetering on the edge of a cliff.
Oh,
Oh,
that's not good.
He's just watching it, just like.
well,
just
there it
do
is.
Just.
With a good
just do
solid
it.
push, you should be able to. You see it tip and just fall soundlessly into the crevice below. I am sorry
maybe-
for your loss.
Yeah, I think I'll be
sorry,
alright.
Nicola.
No, it's fine. There's plenty of vehicles around, I suppose.
You guys hear outside the tower just the faintest.
I'm
You
sure
just
that
see
was
him-
some other van.
You just see him close his eyes when the happens, and he's just like.
Look, mi amor, look on the bright side. That's an insurance claim you do not have to make.
Because it's stolen.
It was never your car.
You're right. I have to do my insurance after we're done with all of this for my car.
Fuck his insurance.
No, it's insurance.
It's like taxes, but for people who aren't the government.
What's
let's
the
be honest-
taxes?
Let's be honest, we didn't have insurance.
I'm not really sure.
It's that extra price you paid when we went to go get snacks.
I don't pay though.
Oh, right, I
We
did that.
steal everything everywhere we go.
Before all of this, Gino.
Oh, okay.
I didn't pay for things until I met Arden.
Yeah.
I just got this
that
from
was-
the Knights of Ulysses.
Yeah.
So money is this?
I've never bought a thing that
Red
didn't
orbs.
require these little red things coming out of me.
What's money? I only know red orbs.
I'm going to sit down for around for around half an hour. I'm going to also use. I'm going to also use this.
You guys taking a long rest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Theo's gonna sit down and like pat her lap.
I'm like, you can lay down if you want. to Arden.
Sweet.
I am long resting you.
Ah,
Feel free. Feel free to just long rest you. Feel free to use any hit die you have, which really should be all of them at this point.
Yep.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah, Manny's hanging out with Theo. She'll. Wow, Theo, I need you to roll fucking better, beach. Just scratch his hair.
Bip.
Could be scratching my hair.
Beep.
Didn't act fast enough.
Eh.
Took too long.
Let's
Now
go.
your Fio's gone. That's what happened.
No!
Well, shit. I guess Manny and I are getting married. There goes all my hit die. I don't know if I
Life
can't
is
remember. I
pain.
can't remember if I can use Song of Rust.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, I'm back to
It's just a
full.
general borrowed ability.
So anybody who used hit dice can add 3.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We'll check in. Although, you know, it's also TMS, so I don't think it matters. I think it's a short rest ability.
Ah.
We're playing with variant rules that add on to
this is
that.
what variant
I'll
rules
say
is.
it's fine.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Woo!
Okay. I am summoning up your transport to go back down. Arden, you hear really quietly the window behind you opens and you see the slide appear. All right, get out of here, you crazy kids.
I'm getting real sick and
Well,
tired of
there we
you.
I grab a manual.
You
Why
hear,
does no one want me to have fun?
you hear a thumping sound coming from outside the room and down the hallway you came, back where the elevator would have been that would have taken you up to here. You hear like just in the distance. Oh no, it's out there. Whoa, what even happened with that window? That's weird. 1 second, while I
Crazy malfunction.
I thank you. Good, you managed to. You're safe. The window closes.
Vito, you're a treat, and we'll see you next time we get to Aspire.
Do you wish for me to accompany you, Gino Angelo, or would you like me to stay here and route myself to the other anchor when you need me?
It's
Will you be able
Whatever
to
you
do it,
prefer.
and will we be able to do it before we anchor it, or
What do you
do we
mean?
need to anchor it? Do we need to anchor the other spire first, or?
As soon as
before
you
we-
arrive there, you should be able to open up some of the firewalls that disconnect the towers and allow me to go over there. However, I could split my functions, and I could send a minimized version of myself with you that possesses only the necessary things to form those connections myself once I'm there.
I don't know what you guys think.
You'll have a nice talking watch.
Yeah, it's your body.
I think I'm good.
Affirmative. I will stay here.
Alright.
Remember, say hello to Briar for me.
Will do.
You want me to give him a hug for you? Because he gives good hugs.
No, I don't give hugs. It wouldn't be for
Okay.
me.
Alright, it'll be for me then. You're missing out.
All right.
It's got
I'm
good,
not.
good arms.
He does give very good hug.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I pressed my push to talk button, and Barry decided at that moment to go.
What a girl!
She could tell.
Fuck.
Stop doing that!
God damn. And we're out of here.
Good
Bye,
luck.
Pito.
See you soon, Pito.
Indeed.
As everyone starts making their way, Gino stays behind a little bit. Kind of like not paying attention to you guys as you leave.
Pito,
Yes.
is there any way for me to get my body back?
You wish to return to your body, as in the body left behind when Machiavelli failed to properly put himself within you.
Is there a way for me to get a body back?
Your demonic essence would likely only be compatible with your original body. If separated, it would probably immediately return to its former body if it was nearby. Which means, unless you were put within another Angelo armor, it is unlikely that you could transplant yourself into any body other than Machiavelli's. And given that you are incomplete, it is possible that, if separated, what is left of what you were may simply complete the process of being destroyed.
He looks to the ground as he says that.
However, I am not the expert on these things. If you recall, I was created as a system that was meant to inhabit the body you are currently in. I was not enough to do so. However, the person that made me and designed the process of moving demonic essence between bodies and into Angelo armors was Briar. If he is returned to his original equipment, it is possible he would have the best chance to move you cleanly back to where you were.
He doesn't do that. He doesn't breathe. But he does pick his head up. All right, then. See you at the next tower.
I will not hold my breath, because that is not something I'm capable of.
Like, he has started walking away. As he says that, stops for a second, just shakes his head and keeps moving. Catches up with the others.
As you get away, you just hear this faint.
I also can't do those things.
The eye just looks around the room. Once everyone's gone, just this absent sort of, Uh-oh. The door closes.
As we're like getting onto the elevator, I'm just like, I'm like put an arm out and make sure Arden doesn't get on it first. Test it with my foot.
It seems.
All right, we're good. We're good.
Stupid fucking robot.
It's fine.
Whatever he is.
I am a form of virtual intelligence.
Get out of here!
I am everywhere in the tower. I'm sorry.
You would think with how much he teases you that he might have a crush.
Confirming.
Is that-
You would like me to crush Arden.
Absolutely not.
No, Pito. I mostly mean like, well,
You think
Do
he's
you
like
feel
in love with
love?
him?
Can I
Do
feel
you?
love?
After everything that happened during the fight, looking away as this conversation's happening.
I don't think so. Concepts of affection and friendship and love are foreign to me, but since I can feel fear, as I do have a certain resentment for Machiavelli, it stands to reason that I have a scale on which I enjoy things, and I do not enjoy things. Perhaps the most extreme point away from fear would be what is love for me.
You seem to have preference. Or at least in terms of Arden's lack of preference.
Well, he is a threat.
Well,
This is very interesting, but only to me. Forgive me.
No, I'm there with you, Morelli. I'm trying to figure out if Pito's got the hots, as they say, for Arden.
Well, this is going by a bit more of like human and even playground standards, like little boys pulling on little girls' hair. They
That's a
say that
thing?
it's a sig.
Ever boys do that?
They say it's a it's significant of like boys liking girls, but I think that's just like a precursor to bad communication skills and abuse.
oh,
Oh. So you
Don't
think
pull-
like Pito's?
don't-
Huh.
Yeah, don't pull hair unless it's consensual. Then it's fun.
Really?
The lift that you're on.
Man, this is a long elevator.
Approaches and reaches the exit to the tower. I didn't
Man,
wanna get
that's
That fight should be coming along any second now.
It sets down, leading you guys into
soon.
the same hallway that leads out back the way you came to the holographic entrance, which is now gone. You see that it's let's check what time it is. We get to do this so rarely in this campaign. In either of the campaigns I'm running, really. The day-night cycle's messed up in both. It is currently, as you guys step outside, there is a very light snow, but you notice that it's warm enough that most of the snow seems to be melting. The ground is warm enough that the snow can no longer sit upon it. You do notice that on the side of the towers where there had once been very large portals through which snow was gusting out, you now notice that there are just these very large, like these glowing yellow ember-like lights coming out as if they had just become massive radiators. As this happens and as you hear the tower giving off this faint sound as it heats the area. Looking into the distance, a orangish red glow bathes the entirety of what you have of the city as the sunset faintly manages to break through the blizzard sphere that surrounds the whole city. It appears to be sunset currently.
Oh goodness, it actually feels good out here.
So pretty. Nice
It'll
to
get
see
even better.
something.
It'll get even better soon.
So, are we, where are we headed?
Let's head back to the stadium and let them know what happened.
Just for the purposes of what we're doing, I'm just gonna... There you go.
Okie dokie.
Are we gonna try and find a car?
I would love to. We're going pretty far away. I would like some sort of transportation, but if we have to hoof it, we have to hoof it.
All right.
Let's get to looking.
All right.
Can we look around for a working vehicle?
All right, my guys. Everybody roll me investigation.
Woo! I love investigating. I almost rolled intimidation. I'm like, that's not a -3.
Like a lot.
Woo!
Better than I had any right to do.
Hey!
As you search,
I'm just staring down the thing where the car had
yeah,
fell.
you can go. You see the ravine looking down. You see the van impaled on a large spike of earth.
Just
Makes
thinking to
sense.
yourself, just like, I could get that out.
I could buff that
out.
Give me like a month.
You see its tires are still like slowly rotating, as if
The
it's
tires are
refusing.
fine. Sorry.
So as you guys search, Arden, you and Manny are the first to once again find effectively a used car lot. I'd like, since you rolled the highest, Arden, roll me 1d100.
You got it.
By the way, I made it now. I changed the increments of distance on the thing, so now if you drag on the map, it tells you how many hours it takes to travel from a square to square.
Oh, cool.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Also, Arden just
Where-
theoretically got divine intervention.
Daddy Moon just rips open reality, places a car in front of him.
Papa!
Papa!
Be back before 9. Tosses keys.
All right, Dan. He's so nice.
As you search, you find it. Most of them have frozen to the point that as they've thawed out, they've actually broken like a little bit. Like some of the doors and some of the engines appear to have shattered in this way that's almost like glass. They froze so solid that it seems like minor force, the tectonic activity earlier, shattered many of them. However, you do manage to find a couple that are good. You find a couple regular-sized cars. I don't know cars very well, so I apologize. But you find a couple like regular cars that would fit like 4 people. A couple people might be able to get on top. You find a couple of vans that are like big, transport, like groupie vans. You know,
Hey.
3 Toyota
Mystery
Corolla.
machine.
Yeah,
Let's
basically.
go. We
You
got a
find a
mystery
couple mystery
machine.
machines.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Hey, everyone! I found something.
Oh yeah?
I check to see if they're able to run. Just like get inside, look for keys. See if there's any, if they like left the keys in like the.
As these
like,
aren't used
glove
car
compartment
lot,
or
as you
anything.
go in, you do not find the keys in the ignition. And they don't seem
it's
to
a
be in the
lock.
car.
Oh, okay. Can I try and find them in the? Is there like a building?
Yeah.
Calls for a good old fashioned B&E.
Woo!
Carl's Rent-A-Car car
In the
stop.
mailbox.
Breakfast
Door.
and eggs?
You find the central building to Carl's Rent-A-Car car stop. You go inside. Roll me another investigation, Arden.
Yep.
It's just
What
like
did
as
Manny
he's
just
breaking.
say?
What?
What?
No, I was asking what Manny just said.
Oh, I said, Gino, grab that mailbox. Door.
Oh. Okie doke.
Got 21.
What do you get that? Oh, you put a style point into looking?
Yeah, I did.
So, Emmanuel, whenever we get out of here, you don't tell anybody about all the breaking and entering we did.
You go in. You like see there's a line of keys that are effectively on small hooks underneath one of the desks. You kind of go over to it, you lean back against it, and just feeling the moment out, you just slam your hand down like the Fonz hitting a jukebox, and one of the sets of keys comes loose from the hook it's on and goes up, and you catch it in the air.
Nice.
You're just like, please be the one, because I'm not doing that again.
It's the one.
You asked me not to tell people about the crimes we do?
Yeah, don't do that.
Bro, I don't know anybody. You
Yes,
are
but that
looking
does-
at my social circle.
Yes, but that does not stop you from talking to people, does it, Emmanuel?
I'll think on this.
Well, we're all gonna acknowledge how fucking cool Arden was right there, right? Because that was fucking cool.
Yo. Well,
Oh.
So tempted to
You're
make
right.
everyone roll perception checks to see if they saw it, but I'm not gonna.
I saw it. I was
he
looking
did it
at
by
my
himself, just all alone. He's like, that was just for me.
Friend. You see how Arden went into that building? Fucking neat.
Awesome. Had a sense
Never
of
seen
style
anyone
about
move
it.
a book to the other side of the table so stylishly before.
Oh, hell yeah.
Fucking. Oh yeah. There? I assume there's like a lobby or something, right, for this used car lot.
Yeah, it's like one of those like front room with like one office disconnected from it sort of places, like the kind of place that you'd drive by and would just be like 4 rows of cars in a single trailer like building.
Okay. Are there any like magazines just here and
there'd
there?
There'd be like a magazine stand for. You see, this place is both for purchasing and for rentals. And you see there's a magazine stand and also a pamphlet stand that just show a bunch of local attractions, and also just magazines that cover local things that happened.
I want to find one of those like fucking trashy gossip magazines. I'm just gonna take it.
Oh yeah.
This is just for me.
Do the quizzes.
You find a magazine called Ebony Dark. Take it with you.
Cool.
Hell yeah. Mark that shit in your inventory.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna head out with the keys to the car and do that thing where you like hit the lock button twice just to like get the car to go.
Yep.
And I'll find it.
Sure.
Attempt to.
Do you want to go for one of the vans in this case, one of the mystery machines, or do you want to go for one of the smaller cars that will not fit everybody? I may have led you slightly in the question, but it's required. I need you to tell me though.
All right. I give Nico the keys to the van where I grab the Corvette.
Did you just give me the keys to a 1978 Volkswagen LT40? Thank you. All right.
I think I did.
Whatever the fuck
That's
that
for
is.
a car.
That's for a car.
I
I
looked
don't
up
know what a
the-
Volkswagen is, but that's for a car.
I looked up what the mystery machine was.
I've never seen any wagons that look like these, but here's some car keys.
You know how impressive it is to find something that's working and looks all right in this. Anyway, let's just go.
Here we go.
You find it. You get it started. It turns on.
Look, it even has little rails at the top for storage. Gino, you can be on. I'm playing.
You guys will never guess what I just found.
How are those not frozen over completely?
No, they're like
There's a soda machine in the lobby.
Well, it was inside of a refrigerator. The refrigerator is actually very good at keeping the temperature.
keeping the drinks warm.
Well, I mean, if it's too cold outside, the drinks. I mean, it depends. It's very. You could be inside of one, and a nuclear blast would go off. Apparently,
It's an Alaskan refrigerator, Gino.
Oh, I see. I get it now.
With a mattress
Anyway,
and
this
a couple
van.
blankets.
yeah, it works.
Oh, man.
What are you trying
With
to
a
say?
good
Ann?
mattress and a couple blankets, it'd be a really nice place to rough it. If this wasn't where we were roughing it. Como dicen.
I don't know who owned this before, but how come there's so many floral patterns around it? And blue and green? Come on.
What's wrong with blue?
There's lots of dog hair.
It reminds me of a Nickelodeon gag.
And now that I think
What'd you
about
just
it,
say?
it's not-
What did you just say?
It reminds me of Nickelodeon gag.
Gag!
There's a Ziploc bag full of treats and another one with oregano?
Looks like we've got a real mystery on our hands, gang. We drive!
We drive.
Get in there.
You drive away. The owner of the lot who somehow survived comes out and be like, "Hey! Who took my show accurate recreation mystery machine?" That's where I was storing my oregano!
I legit thought you were gonna be like, someone comes out and is like, "Zoinks! They took our."
No, I'd like to walk back the idea that Scooby-Doo is canon to Devil May Cry. That's my intention.
Oh.
This is what Nickelodeon gag looks like. Anyway.
So where are you guys
fuck?
driving to?
The
We're
stadium.
gonna go to the state. We're
Okay.
gonna go find Adrik
Yeah.
and stadium people. Woo!
As
While
you
there's,
guys are
Looping backgrounds.
as you guys are driving up to it. Chest, why? As you guys are driving up to it, you see the long slope that you had come down. It looks to still be there, but you do know from the attack that the big thing that attacked the stadium had ripped part of the tunnel apart. So it looks like it's severed part of the way up. So you'd probably have to go around and like go back through the mall complex to walk back in like you did the
Yeah.
first time. As you do, however, you notice that a high-rise that was nearby when you had left appears, you see detonation marks on it. It's now only about halfway up, and you see that the top half of this high-rise appears to had, while you were gone, collapsed, and is now, the pieces of it are sprawled out and scattered ruinously across the area at the base of the stadium, as if it had collapsed towards it, but not quite landed on it.
Well, let's hope people are alright.
Alright. You guys get to the parking lot, assuming you're going the long way around. You get out, it's much less cold, it's easier to find your way through. Those of you that live in this town, returning to the Summergrass lot and the surrounding megastructure, it feels very much like a ghost town. You hear the faint dripping of water as everything starts to thaw out and melt as you go by. These dripping sounds echo outwards. It feels very much like that feeling of when there's like a strip mall that's basically been entirely abandoned, if you've ever been around or near those. Where it's like everything still looks like it should be working, everything, like lights are still on, equipment is still within kiosks and like the various restaurants that are there. There's a faint hum of machinery, but just no one's there. It's a ghost town. You make your way through, find your way the same way you did before. You move your way through the pizzeria. As you step over the destroyed remains of the animatronics that had attacked you before, you see they've lost their color a little bit. You make your way through the back areas and eventually find your way to the entrance to the stadium. Is there anything you guys would like to do as you approach?
Don't shoot!
We're back.
As you approach
Just because I know that there were guards there.
As you approach the area that was guarded previously, there is nobody currently standing there, and the doors are wide open.
Yeah,
You
they
see
might
the-
be dead.
You see the fields laying beyond.
Well, let's go.
Walking.
Spread out, see if anybody is around. If not, then we get back in the van and make our way back.
Okay.
They might have moved everyone because we do know at least he is safe from what Pito told us.
As you step into the sports field.
The sports field!
The sports field! Sports! As you step in, you see the ceiling is still ripped open, as it's becoming night. No real light shining in from outside. But the top is still ripped open, as whatever had attacked the stadium appears to have clawed it open. Before, when you had been in here, even when the heaters were on, there were, like, icicles hanging from the ceiling, massive ones. They don't appear to be there anymore. You see the field is drenched, as it appears to have thawed out, and liquid from the melting ice appears to have soaked into the ground, but beyond that, it's looks to be warmer. It's much toastier here than it was before, just naturally, although a cold wind is coming in from the outside through the holes that have been ripped open. The lights are not on. It's quite dark, but as you guys step in, you do hear a distant, "Oh my goodness, you made it back! Hey!" And you, like, see this figure waving from off beyond where the structure used to be, where that had collapsed, where you had your meetings with Adrik before. You see on the stands, in the actual seats, quite high up, just the figure of Ovet waving over at you. Hey!
Oh, hey!
Hey!
Since you got back, I take it that everything's better because, you succeeded?
Yeah, one more tower down.
Alright, well, I'm gonna come down there to you. Give me...
Like, they're up way quite far up.
Give me... 10 to 15 minutes. Just take
How's your friend? The one that was hurt?
What?
How's your
How's
friend? The one
Ada?
that was hurt?
What?
Alright, we'll see you in a minute!
Oh boy.
I'm just going to take about 10 to 15 to get there. So just hang on a minute.
As you see them moving and going out and inside the internal area of the stadium as they make their way down to you, and as they do, I'd like to take a break.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Let's do it. Are you dying?
I was
Logan?
right about that, right? There was a person that
Am I
like
what?
we had
Yeah.
found.
Yeah, they were
whatever,
You
crushed.
di- It sounded
Okay,
like
good.
for a second your voice was going.
No, I
So I
just
wanted to
I
ask.
just got real quiet, that's all.
Okay.
I'm fine, don't worry about me.
Okay, good.
Also, yes, Digo, there was someone who got hurt.
Yeah, it was Ada.
Away.
Yeah, okay. I was making sure I remembered that correctly.
Oh my god.
I have a new rug in my room, and it's like a hard plasticky rug, and we were worried so much that my dogs were gonna pee on it a lot. But I put it off beside where their food bowl is, so now they just hang out at it.
What is this? New grass to pee upon?
Well, they just hang out. They just stand there, and like I moved like the dog bed over to it, and now they just chill out. They just lay down there. They like it.
Wanna get out, buddy?
I'll be right back.
Okie
Me
dokie.
too.
I loved it too because whenever I first did it, I brought Buddy over, and I'm like, okay, Buddy, here you go. And I sat him down on the dog bed, and I pushed his butt down. I'm like, there you go, good boy, and I petted him just to let him know, you can sit there, it's fine. And then as soon as Buddy got up, Dante went right over, like rushed over, sat down on it, and looked at me, and I'm like, oh, good boy, good boy.
Like, praise me!
He just went, he rushed, he just like darted. As soon as Buddy left, he's like,
Aw.
me.
What a
I
good
also
boy.
am, even though I destroyed one of your shoes and lost the other one.
Yeah, that's how puppies do.
I now have a set of black shoes that are the right one from one set of shoes and the left one from another set of shoes.
Oh no!
And they look completely different, but but they're the ones I use to go outside and do regular things now because I don't want to put my good shoes down so he destroys them.
That's fair. I'll be right back.
You just gotta pull a Michael Reeves and like get like thin cabling, wrap it around your shoes, and attach them to a 9-volt battery. So when your dog bites the shoe, they don't want to do it anymore.
Well, like the top of one of the shoes is extremely soft. So what I ended up doing whenever I saw he destroyed it was I basically just went no, like bah. And not like hard or anything, but I like tried to make it where he's like, no, don't touch these, leave him alone. But he doesn't care. He just goes to each of them anyway. He's like, I smell your feet, and I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna eat the thing that was on your feet.
Eat that feet.
Because he's weird.
I just came back to eat that feet.
Yeah, my dog's weird. I'm wearing 2 separate shoes from 2 completely different pairs of shoes. Because one of them he took off and lost, and I cannot fathom where he put it, and the other one he ate through and destroyed.
Okay, but hear me out.
But luckily, it was a right shoe of one and the left shoe of the other.
When I came back and I heard "eat that feet," all I could think of was like a game show crowd going, "Eat that feet!"
It was Wrench finally fulfilling the threat we arbitrarily made.
What, did he threaten to eat someone's feet?
Yeah,
at some
Miriam
point?
in his stead threatened a guard saying that Wrench would eat his feet, and Wrench immediately was like, yes, I will. And then they then expounded upon that afterwards, and he insisted that this in fact was true and factual. We have not yet eaten feet.
But he'll do it.
I mean, I'll do it.
Oh, but he'll do it.
What a treat.
And I'll eat your feet. Nom.
We're gonna find that man inside of the area we're in, and his feet will get eaten. He's gonna come up from the ground like, all right, have to tell them. Oh,
with the disappearing feet, because dead things in specifically the Zugagan, as they've been de-appendaged, it'd be like that raccoon washing the cotton candy.
Oh, that's one of my favorite things on the internet. Poor raccoon.
It's just so like
Can't comprehend what's happening.
Just lost.
And he keeps trying, like, no, surely it'll turn out differently.
It's
this
such a
time.
betrayal. Like it's like the water betrayed him. Like, let's be real. He trusted it, and the water turned its back.
It's like a loved one crumbled to dust in his arms, and he's like grasping at the remains, like fucking.
No.
I can salvage this.
I can fix it. I can put you
I
back
wonder
together.
how much cotton candy you could give a raccoon before it gave up on the concept of washing cotton candy.
I think it's cute that it even tried to wash it.
I think
it's just compulsive
eventually
behavior for them.
Yeah, they always wash what they eat, but I think eventually one raccoon at least did learn, and he's like,
Raccoons wash what they eat?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's neat.
If they're near like anything they can clean it, then
Fucking-
they'll do it. They obviously their situation
The
with the cat.
thing that we know for being dumpster divers care to wash their food?
They are slightly hygienic.
Wow.
they're
What?
slightly more hygienic than the average animal, and that includes us.
Oh, raccoons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know lots of people that don't wash their vegetables.
Yup.
Yo, who here washes their rice?
Me.
Yo, what's up?
I don't make rice enough.
There's 2 reasons to do it. The classic reason is to get the bugs out.
Yeah.
And the modern reason is to get starch out.
I was on mute and I was just like, you're supposed to wash your rice, but
There's a lot of brands that have been advertising nowadays that you don't have to. And while with
Which
the
is
way
dumb.
they make them, you technically don't have to. Because the classic reason is to get rid of like wheat grain and bugs and other things that might get caught in there. And we have very rigorous, clean industrial practices, so it shouldn't be the case with some brands. But I also don't want all that starch. I'm usually eating rice because I want to be less fat. So I don't want to just have more starch on my rice.
what?
you wash your rice, Anna?
I said you have to.
Okay. Well, it sounded like you said but, and then Aaron went into that. So I didn't know if the but was gonna be bud.
Yeah. But sometimes I don't wash my vegetables. Only like lettuces and cabbages because the folds, like little buggies, can get in them.
Yeah.
But like a tomato, it's a tomato. Like what's gonna be in it?
I just can't trust anything from supermarkets anymore.
If something gets in my tomato, I think I'd know.
Yeah. I wash stuff that like it has folds and hiding places. I don't wash anything with a peel because like you're removing
because you're just gonna peel it. Yeah,
like potatoes.
Webster,
and stuff.
you're right. That said sometimes they want it starchy as fuck. If you're making sticky rice, that is one occasion where I will permit people to not rinse their rice out because it makes it a lot stickier.
Do you wash your fruit? Who here washes their fruit?
I wash my fruit.
Don't eat enough fruit is one thing, but depends on the fruit.
I mostly order like grapes and tomatoes and things of that nature, and I make sure to I do make sure to do it because I don't peel those things. So
I never wash bananas.
Well, that's a peel.
Just peel them. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's protected. It's clean inside.
Also depends on what you're doing with them though, because like if you're doing bartending stuff, you want to make sure you wash the shit out of your orange peels because you can use those for cocktails.
But then it's like it's a peel, but the peel is the food item at that point.
Yeah, you're still using it. Yeah.
Yeah, like when you peel a potato, it's not with the intention of using the peels. Usually, I'm sure there's exceptions. I can't think of them.
You can fry those. It's really good.
I wash my lemons and my limes because I usually like keeping the rind on it just for like decoration things, like whenever I'm putting stuff somewhere.
Yeah, apples are almost a must wash. Like unless
pesticides can stick to them really easily.
Yeah, and some varietals like have like a thin, like waxy coating.
Yeah, that
can stick to them sometimes. That helps keep them fresh, but also
it's wax.
Tastes like butthole.
Yeah.
I think I keep thinking like, is there anything I would not wash really? Because like I'm just trying to think back through the vegetables and like the fruits that I usually get. And I don't think there's anything that I wouldn't. Like, because like I usually get like a bunch of cauliflower, a bunch of like broccoli, a bunch of potatoes, things like that, and I usually just wash everything.
Yeah, good practice.
Because I just don't trust the supermarket people at the supermarket to just be like touching everything.
I mean,
I want
like,
to touch after you.
And I wash my peppers and stuff too, because like I've been there. I've been one of those people who goes up and I like grab habaneros and I'm like they're not as firm as I'd like, and I put them back, and I'm like, I deem it okay because I expect people to wash.
Because you expect someone to wash it. Yeah. Exactly.
I try not to pick things up unless I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get them. Like,
but sometimes you have to inspect. Like,
exactly.
One big thing about shopping is learning to figure out what good like food that's gonna last is. The amount of times when I was like younger and I was picking up food, I'm like, yeah, sure, and I just grabbed stuff and threw it in a bag, and I ended up taking like a partially rotted potato home, and I'm like, great.
Alrighty. Okie dokie, my boys. We've given it a minute. Are we hacking? Are we good to jump back in?
Do we have everybody? Okay, good.
I think so. I don't see anyone's muted. Yeah.
Go.
Yeah. Hacking. Remember, everybody. Dante from the Devil May Cry series says, "Wash your apples."
Mm-hmm. I heard him say.
Have a day.
Yeah.
Wash your pizza.
Dante from the dog beside of me eats
Wash
pickles.
your pizza.
It is your birthday.
Only thing I've known Dante to eat.
That and strawberry sundaes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He's way about those. He likes junk food. He just likes junk food.
You know, I should see if that ice cream still has a $13 delivery fee. If not, I'm getting ice cream.
You know that he would like Dr. Pepper. Or maybe he'd hate it. Depends. Dr. Pepper, call me.
$13 delivery fee? What the?
Yeah,
You
dude.
want
I tried to
Dante,
order.
this character that's not mine, to like Dr. Pepper.
I will heavily imply
Sponsor
that this is the
Nat19. I'm sorry, I cut you off, Hayden.
Oh no, it's all good. I tried to order Cold Stone the other night. By other night, I mean last night when we were weeping, and it there was a $13 delivery fee, and I'm like, I don't want to pay $30 for a single like cup of ice cream. I'd rather not. Fuck you, LA.
Yeah, heck, and whenever we order like I want just a
Yeah,
blizzard.
fuck you, Alley.
Whenever I just want a blizzard from Dairy Queen, I'm like, I realize I'm literally paying more for the delivery than I am for the blizzard. Come at me, $20 blizzard. That's how lazy I am.
Oh,
Here we
my
go.
God. Oh.
Sometimes you just really want a blizzard, and you're willing to pay 2 meals worth of money for it. Anyway,
Speaking of which,
food's
let's
cool.
Let's go.
Let's go back into DMC. DMS, DM, the DMV. Welcome to the DMV.
Oh God, I hope not.
No, God,
I have to go get my license to drive in the apocalypse.
All right, well, let's
We
sit
have-
here for 3 hours and do fuck nothing. Do fuck all nothing.
We need our licenses to drive our
Pass the cake,
1978
pass the cake.
Volkswagen LT40.
Alrighty. So you
I've got a
guys come
magazine
in.
to read while we're waiting in line.
So, after an actual amount of time that we took in our break passes, Ovet finally emerges from the lower areas of the stadium, rushing up to you guys. You see they're a bit scratched up. One of their sleeves is torn up a bit. For those of you that perhaps don't remember as clearly, Ovet is the elderly engineer lady who had you guys had escorted to fix the generators before. Rushing up, you see one on one side of her goggles. One side is like cracked. The purplish glow that's on both of them is only now like on one of them, and the other one is flickering on and off. As she rushes up to you, you see her get up to you, put her hands on her knees, and just be like,
Oh, it's very, very good to see you all. Very good. I'm glad that you're all...
You see her like count you.
You're all safe. That's wonderful. Truly wonderful.
It's warm.
It is warm.
We turned the AC on.
We were able to get the spires to heat things up a bit around here.
That's good. I don't
I
know.
was, sorry.
I don't know how your sense of time is, but you spent about a solid day and a bit in there. We were getting worried.
He starts looking around.
Felt way longer. But
Yeah, well,
it's
how
just
many,
because death is around every corner.
How many made it around here?
Many of our knights, unfortunately many of the knights of Ulyssia, didn't make it. The initial demon attacks were quite savage, and Adrik was cut off from us during the conflict with all of you. He managed to regain himself for a while, which was good. During that time, we did manage to pin him down for a bit. It was difficult too, but he came to his senses eventually.
What?
Unfortunately, Ada, Adrian, and Caitlin are all recovering, and they won't be able to join us currently. They're alive, though, and they'll probably make a full recovery. This is the only handful of us that made it, though.
What about the civilian casualties?
Minimal. We managed to get them out and get them to other parts of the stadium before things got really bad. They basically are all okay. Those that were hurt are also recovering.
Good.
I was just trying to, until a bit ago, I was trying to get the heaters back online, and then it just started warming up.
Is it possible to see Adrik? Is he here?
Yes. I could go get him. He'll probably want to talk to you all. He's had a pretty solid headache up until maybe an hour or two ago, and then he said his head cleared up. Yeah, actually, if you want to come with me, then you can.
Adrik, come down here!
Oh, goodness!
Where did you get the fucking megaphone?
It was behind the stands over here.
Sure.
He's actually, because we lost,
She points to the large structure, multi-story structure that you'd used before.
because we lost that, we actually just chose to use some of the administrative offices in the stadium as our base of operations. So, if you come with me, I'll take you to him.
Thank you. I'm really glad you're okay.
Well, everybody's always kind enough that when danger comes a-knocking, everybody tends to throw me under the nearest cover and protect me, probably because I'm like 1,000,000 years old. Lucky for the demons, no one ever lets me at them.
I'm sure you can take them.
One moment. I'll follow after you guys in just a minute.
Sure.
I think he's trying to find his boss.
No, I'm wanting to use primeval awareness. I want to make sure that there's no demonic threats inside of the stadium left.
You do not sense any powerful demonic presences nearby.
Okay, good. He will take a minute for primeval awareness, then he will follow after and join everybody.
You guys are led into the tunnels that surround the stadium that would normally be used as, dugouts or football houses or into the baseball tents. I don't know sports. You guys
Sports
enter
ball.
Sports ball. You guys enter into the surrounding areas. You make your way into what just look like offices that probably were just occupied by rank and file people that worked here. That these clearly wasn't a public area. You see an area with cubicles set up. Wandering through it, you are brought to what looked like what may have been a managerial office. It's all right. There's like a couch inside of it, a desk. A big picture of the stadium in its prime is on the wall. As you come in, you see with his mantle draped over his shoulders, one arm is bound up in a sling, and the other is free, sitting on this L couch that's in the corner of the room. You see Adrik looking very beat up.
Adrik, I have good news. The others have returned, and they were successful from the sounds of it. And moreover, they've managed to warm things up.
You see him previously having his face buried in his hand. He looks up. That's good. He looks to you guys. Who's entering first? Just curious. What's your rank and file?
Running right in.
Oh.
Probably following behind her.
Allah.
Hey. You
Hi.
all, I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
We've had our own bad experiences today with all that, so you're good.
Lilith has been taken care of.
So that's where she went? She was with you then?
Yeah.
And you?
Apparently.
You managed to deal with her? Like, for good? Like, she's not just out of here, she's gone.
She's been killed.
Yeah.
Good.
How are you? I'm sorry about the whole debacle and sort of shoving that thing down your throat to try to help.
No, you let me regain myself for a while. That was good. Given the kind of demon I was dealing with, I should have known what I was doing. I messed up.
The worst part is that I was not awake for it.
Maybe that was for the best.
I disagree.
Eh.
But wait, do you still want the card? The offer is still open.
You see the
Where's
faintest,
that right?
the faintest, like, blush on his face as he, like, looks away. It's this weird look, this combination of, like, curmudgeonly frustration and blush at the same time as he, like, looks away, and then it pretty quickly fades away. As he stands, as he does, you see he stops briefly as he moves his arm in a way that hurts. You see him, like, and adjusts. It took us a while. But that big mechanical thing that attacked us, we managed to lure it away from the stadium and used explosives to drop a building on it. Scary thing
That's
is,
what it was.
Scary thing is, it didn't actually hurt it all that much. But it
Of course not.
got its attention long enough. It seemed to lose interest in us, and eventually it went back out to the bay.
We have reason to believe that there are 2 more of those spires.
Not 3? Well, not 3 total.
No, there's 4.
Apparently there are 4.
Damn.
Yeah.
We'll apparently find out where the 4th one is once we get through the 3rd one.
Woohoo!
That thing's still out there. Whenever you're moving around, be aware of that.
Uh-huh.
If this blizzard wasn't here, we could use the Artemis 7 to try to do some damage to it, but we can't actually target it or radio back home for them to deploy it.
Maybe
Whenever
we'll find
we-
some way to turn off the blizzard once we get to that 3rd tower.
Whenever we had done it this time, the blizzard seemed to somewhat subside a little bit. We saw the sunset earlier.
So it's
Was
thinning.
interesting.
Bit by bit.
That's good.
Adrik,
Hmm.
we're talking to this robot guy, and he was telling us that like an evil hellman, Maserati, was gonna bring this place to our world, human Earth, and then the Spartan guy was like no, and he put it in hell, and now we're bringing it back because it's the only way back. But I think that might be bad.
Did you just call Sparta Spartan?
And the other name that he
Sparta,
mentioned
yeah.
was Machiavelli.
Ah, that makes more sense.
I remembered.
I mean, he also said it's mostly empty.
He did say it's
So-
mostly empty, so it's probably not that bad, but I wanted to run it by you because I don't want to break the rules.
He also said there's a possibility that Sparta might still be alive.
What do you mean?
That
Where?
We don't
he's
know.
somewhere in hell, maybe, I think he said, right?
Yeah, he said once we're done doing the locking and the popping, then he should be able to find out whether or not that's true.
Whenever these spires activated, they changed themselves into 3 different planes, trying to find and locate exactly where he is. He is on one of them, but if we were able to activate all of them, we can pinpoint exactly where. Potentially.
Interesting. The Knights of Ulyssia were founded in conjunction with Sparta, inspired by his actions that he took to aid mankind. It was our progenitor, Ulyssia, who it said awakened him to justice and brought him over to our side. If he's alive, if he's out there, and hadn't died as we thought he did, the Knights of Ulyssia owe an ancient debt to Sparta. So, if that's true, we should do our best to try to bring him back.
Okay, lock the towers. That's all I needed.
Well, that also, if Sparta had believed they were dangerous, it's our responsibility to make sure that nothing bad happens relating to them. So,
Don't lock the towers.
no, I'm saying if they're going to be locked anywhere, in our control is the best place.
Oh, okay.
If I will bring up, if word gets out about this, there is another group of people around who would be extremely volatile with that information.
Dante?
No.
Aw.
We had seen earlier that there was some vestiges of the Order of the Sword around this area.
Oh, the helicopter guys, right?
They would find that information very interesting, so I would say probably keep it as close to yourself as possible.
It's true. The Order of
Okay,
the
you're
Sword
looking
is
at his
obsessed
social
with
circle.
Sparta.
He's like, he just nods like, yeah.
For those of you who are unaware of this, since you'll probably be dealing with them soon, the Order of the Sword believes that their home island, Fortuna, once had Sparta employed as their feudal lord, and a religion cropped up around it. They believe that they are performing his will in the modern day and hold him up as a god. but their opinion on Sparta is twisted. And we have reason to believe there's more to them than we think there is. So if you bump into them, try not to give them too much intel.
People who idolize someone they've never even met are kind of insufferable.
That's a lot of people,
I
man.
glare at Annie.
Insufferable as they may be, they are dangerous and very much well organized.
Been thinking about that.
That's a lot of people, man.
If they're here, but we haven't encountered them here, it means they're probably in New St. Cheshire where Colleen is. Our two factions have never been particularly friendly with each other, and by design, we have no intention to cooperate with them. Which means Colleen might be dealing with them, with however many of them came here. And they tend to only show up in places where they think artifacts of Sparta are.
Oh, yeah, we killed a guy.
They might have reason to believe that he's here as well.
Given the numbers that you came in here with, do you think that potentially after what has happened here that you still rival the amount of people they might have brought?
We have no idea how many of them there are. As for the people who are here, we started with about 60 people, and we are down to less than a handful. Many of them were also in Carpenter City, and none of them have come back since the catastrophe happened. Those that went to New St. Cheshire under Colleen, I predict that Colleen's close guard are probably okay. But if it's anything like what we suffered here, I would probably not count on them having many people left either.
Then we should go forward without the idea that we can have you mess with them in any way. Alright. Understood.
Originally, once this thing cleared, we were going to try to catch up with you. But we need time to recover. You see him, motion to his arm. And with the thinning of the blizzard here, this is a good chance for us to try to collect any remaining survivors who haven't found this place. So as soon as we can do that, we can become mobile and we can come join you. But it sounds like if we're dealing with the anchors, your group is the best one to send anyways. You can do things we can't. Would you be willing to meet up with Colleen and try to assess what's going on?
Of course.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Is Colleen your girlfriend? You just seem to care about her a lot.
Just turns to look at Fiona.
That's ridiculous, Theo.
I don't know why you would ask me that.
You just seem to care about her a lot, and you're always talking about her, so I'm just saying.
Of course, the 10 Petal Knights have to watch out for each other. It's our duty to make sure that our ranks remain strong. I'm not... Why? What have I said? Did I say something?
I mean, by that logic, Fionnuala, that means that you like Arden and that Arden is your boyfriend?
And that'd be ridiculous.
That would be utterly ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. There's your answer.
Yeah, I don't know why you're asking that, Marley.
No, I'm not asking. I'm more so connecting the dots.
Yes, connecting the dots.
Using your logic against you.
So if these sword guys are real nasty and bad and perhaps slightly patchouli, I got the green light to...
Oh yeah,
gesture
no.
with the ring.
They experiment with demonic energy.
Yes,
I
bad
understand.
guys. Okay,
You take them
that's all I
down.
need.
If they threaten you, you take them down.
Okay.
You should know.
Only if...
We know that they have certain techniques they use to try to bind demons. The weapons they carry are imbued with a sort of divine energy from ancient rites that they have. So just be aware that their weapons may be charged with a little bit more power than you're expecting.
Okay.
Ready's been a death. There we go.
But no, Manny, if you get threatened by them, consider them akin to demons in this situation.
Okay, I just want to make sure because we already killed a guy and I felt kind of bad about it.
Some of their teachings might also be more, looks over toward Emmanuel, more tailored for someone like you, so be careful.
How much of a threat they are depends on which of them came, really.
Well, only one way to find out.
Do we have a roundabout idea as to where to start looking before heading off to the spire?
We don't know exactly where Colleen went, but the people that she took to New Cheshire, they went there because they were searching for Takumi Roland, the one who put together that exhibit that we had sent you to look into. We know that they're there somewhere. They're renting space there. I imagine if you can't find Colleen immediately, if you manage to locate, find, or get onto the trail of Roland, then you will probably find them pretty quickly. Be aware, though, because that territory is also where Lucifer's operating.
Right.
Well, it is a very nice city. They give the best tips.
Alright, so what I'm hearing is no megaphone.
Probably not.
No megaphone.
Give it
Use
one
it
more
while
good
we're
one.
here, though.
Give it one more good one for good measure.
Why inside?
Let them have fun. Déjalo que se disfrute.
I know it probably won't help this man at all, but upon just seeing him flinch at the noise, I'm gonna go up to him. I'm gonna give him a cure wounds.
You do.
For a minute.
It's not gonna help him much. I just wanted to.
You heal him.
And then I thought you were gonna be like, I'm gonna give him a kiss.
I'm gonna give him a kiss.
I'm gonna give him a cure.
I'll do it.
You do heal him. It doesn't reset the bone, I'm afraid. His arm seems to be... It does... It seems to help a little bit, like you see his body relaxes slightly, but it still has a degree of healing it has to do on its own.
We'll be heading out then.
Alright.
Stay in one piece until we get back.
We'll try to. We're in a better situation than we were.
Adrik, actually, I have a question for you. Very off topic.
Yeah?
Do you, how informed are you of people who, travel through around these parts?
You'd have to be more specific. We're based out of England. We only came
That's
here
fair.
because of what we suspected was going on, which became this situation.
I more mean like, any people recently, like, coming through, around this area, I guess. Specifically, I'm looking for some people I used to know. I just wanted to know if they were alive, or if you've seen anyone matching their description, or have...
White hair, trench coat, big sword.
You're looking for Dante?
I'm not looking for Dante.
Are you looking? Are you asking about Zinnia?
I don't think he's seen Zinnia. I was actually going to ask about some other members of my order.
Yeah, Zinnia came here briefly. That was before you came here the first time, though.
I was specifically going to ask about a couple of specific people. Have you seen a person, a woman in her, maybe her late 40s, or early 40s? She has a graceful way of going about herself.
That's a relatively vague description, but if we're talking
She
people
goes by the name of Cassidy.
I haven't met anybody named Cassidy, sorry.
What about Butch? I'm playing.
I All right. How about
If you mean anybody that uses the same kind of implements you do, is that kind of what you're getting at?
sorta? Yeah.
I haven't, I'm afraid.
Nobody. All right. Thanks. Anyway.
I have a feeling I know generally what you're asking me.
I'm just looking for survivors. Now that Layden is dead, I want to see if there's anybody else alive from my order.
I have mixed feelings about the success of what you're trying to find, but I wish you luck.
If I don't find anybody, I don't find anybody. I'm just keeping an eye out. But thanks anyway.
If anyone like that comes around here, I'll point them your way. And if he looks at Emmanuel, and if Dante shows up, you know, Emmanuel, we are not working with Dante, right?
You're not working with Dante.
You're not working with Dante either.
Why not?
That's
Dante
right.
is
You're
a
not
vagabond.
working with Dante.
He's so cool.
He is a vagabond
Yeah,
who
he's a
needs
vagabond.
to learn respect for
He
how
needs to
these
learn
things
respect.
are done.
Mm-hmm.
He can't just be
cool,
off
though.
gallivanting around, putting people in danger, doing jobs on his own, because he thinks that he's so powerful as part demon that he's above the way we humans do things.
Right?
Right.
Ugh.
You sound like you're jealous of Dante.
I'm not jealous.
He's
of
not jealous of Dante,
I'm not
all
je-
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Do most of us have a general idea of what Dante looks like?
I mean, Emmanuel's described him various times by this point. Looking white hair, red coat, super cool, according to him.
Is he not the son of the guy that was like that founded this order or whatever?
Yes, and
Like-
both of his children are problems. He didn't.
Oh, yeah?
To be clear.
Dante's a brother? Or
Oh,
sister?
I shouldn't have told you that.
No. Tell words. Say more things.
We don't need
First
to
of
know
all,
about them.
the Knights of Ulyssia were not founded by Sparta. We were founded by Ulyssia. Of someone who met Sparta on the field of battle, and their convictions are what turned Sparta from being an agent of Mundus to an advocate of human justice.
It's like, I need my notepad.
Fine.
This is way more interesting.
We
than
keep
me.
tabs. The two children of Sparta are Dante and a man named Virgil. Dante has been offering a mercenary business for a very long time. He's been taking on jobs, going after demons, completely unregulated, answering to nobody, often taking very dangerous weapons back from his exploits, turning them into no one, and from what we understand, selling them to random people to pay rent.
That seems like a much better idea than pizza delivery, actually.
It's dangerous, is what it is.
He's a bad person.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
The other one.
But I mean, it's off the books. There's no. Never mind.
The other one, Virgil. We don't know as much about. We know that he possessed Yamato. We know that he and Dante had a couple of altercations in the past, and during an event in the town that Dante operates out of, a tower called the Temi Negru appeared. A way into the demon world was almost opened, and then, when the conflict ended, Dante walked away, and Virgil was not seen again. For all we know, Dante killed Virgil.
What an asshole.
Oh. Killed his family?
We weren't there. We don't know. All we know about Virgil before that is he was highly antisocial. Attempts to contact him didn't go well. Seems to see himself as being above mankind. He's more on the side of demons.
Oh, stinky.
Exactly, see? They're both stinky, just to be clear.
No, only the other one.
No, they both are, okay?
One sounds way stinkier than the other, I'm just gonna say.
Question mark. You know, the selling weapons thing kind of reminds me of the heckin' 2005 smash hit Lord of War starring Nicolas Cage.
The only
I know that, man.
the only thing about Virgil that worries us is that he carried a sword, as I've mentioned, called Yamato. One that was capable of separating demonic and human things, as well as various other... It was a sort of separation. It could be used to bridge gaps between the human and demon world, undo seals. We believe it's what Sparta used to cut off the two worlds from one another. And it would be very useful if we managed to retrieve that, because we could finish what he started.
Priority, get cool sword. Could this kind of sword be worn on the back?
For you? Yeah, definitely.
Sweet.
But Yamato hasn't been seen since Virgil disappeared.
Yeah.
Well, this, I mean, did Sparta make it or did Machiavelli make it? Did we learn that? I don't remember.
What?
It was pointed out to you earlier this session that both Rebellion and Yamato were made at his workshop by Machiavelli.
Okay, okay. I just wanted a refresher.
So, I mean, could you not make like another one? Or like, I mean, his
No.
workshop is right here.
Rebellion and Yamato were both made from the demonic energy of Sparta. The legends go that he divested most of his demonic energy into them, weakened himself a great deal, put most of what made him a demon into those weapons, and then wielded them to keep that power, but it's not like we have materials, raw materials like Sparta just lying around.
Well, fuck. Well,
So we got like a picture of this other guy?
No.
Nah.
He is Dante's twin brother, though.
Alright, so he probably wears a cool outfit too.
Yeah.
As is what happens when you're a twin with someone,
know-
I suppose.
You know, Emmanuel, the outfits that we Knights of Ulyssia wear are pretty cool, too, I have to say. I mean, you'd look quite...
while we're on that subject, actually,
Yep.
I've been made aware that your capes are magical.
They have...
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Dino's jealous of your magic
Is
cape.
this alarming?
He wants
No,
one
I
too.
want one.
Because his cape's not magic.
Listen, it was already something of a... Okay, I never wanted to talk to you about this, but I've always been against you wearing one of our capes. Those are supposed to be reserved for the Petal Knights.
Well,
Those are
You
a
could be a
sign of
flower knight
status.
if you wanted to.
That's classist.
Those are a sign of status. And you only wear one because Ovet thinks that you should. Because it would scare people if there was a very large mechanical man walking around. So if you're trying to ask to not only wear the cape of one of our captains, but also received one of the same legitimate pedigree, with the same obscuring effect, you might be overstepping yourself somewhat, you know.
oh, fine. Alright, well, I mean, what else we got? We got, anything else to lay out on the table, or are we good to head out?
Do you think this looks like him? I hold up a little sketchbook and you see what effectively looks like Darth Vader in a trench coat.
I have a strong inclination that that does not look like him.
Alright, back to the drawing board.
I think with some tailoring and maybe some color swapping, Nicolo and Arden would look quite good in the Order's uniform.
Indeed.
I agree.
There's something wrong with my jacket?
I mean, it's okay. It's okay. But it's not a cape.
Yeah, alright, Camp Crystal Lake.
What?
He's got like this 80s vibe going on. Have you seen it?
I've never seen a movie ever then.
It's cool. What?
Right. Right.
Seen a movie ever.
Same.
You've all proven yourselves to be very reliable. After this is over, if you all wanted to have a future with the Order, then that's something we could talk about.
You mean I could stay in the human world? That would be okay?
It's certainly something we could talk about. I can't make those kinds of decisions on my own, but as far as I'm concerned, as long as you're here, then I consider you all to be allies to the Order.
Might be an interesting thing to think about.
To that end. I'd mentioned it earlier. There's something I want you to keep in mind as you move forward. There used to be a cannon. We don't know who put it there, but there was a demonic artifact in space called the Artemis 8. Something that we managed to seize control of. Think of it like a satellite. Normally, if we were facing things like that thing that's in the bay, we could use it to call down an aerial strike. And we could at least put a dent in it. We only use it in extreme cases where we're dealing with something huge, or we're dealing with a place that needs to be destroyed, for example. An example is the Teminegru incident. If that had happened today, we would have simply obliterated the area. If that thing resurfaces, if the blizzard is gone, we could use it to destroy that thing. But we would need time to get it into place in orbit.
And it wouldn't destroy the rest of the city around it?
Not if it was focused enough. If we fired at it in the bay, then... I mean, there'd be some water damage. But it wouldn't destroy the entire area.
I made a secret code name for this weapon.
What is it, Manny?
Called the Artemis 8.
I make sure that no civilians know what we're talking about by calling it making a call-out post on my twitter.com.
If you say Artemis 8, they're not going to have any idea what you're talking about.
What if they kind of know though?
They don't.
I mean, to be fair, I
what
have no idea what
civilians
he's talking
also?
about with the other thing.
What civilians also?
It's.
That's
I don't want to make friends.
We just talked about this, Manny. You can't just go talking to everyone.
But
What's
aren't
Twitter?
we friends?
Oh yeah, you're the first people I talk to other than like Gino and these guys and like
What?
Yes, why doesn't he go to school?
I go to school. Ovet teaches me.
Because there's
he
a
does-
demonic artifact bound to his arm.
He has the power to just blow up the school.
Yep. See, he gets it. You are very agreeable. I judged you too quickly.
I'm cool.
I said you're
Alden's pretty
agreeable.
fucking neat.
Well.
More like
Eating this up after the tower, aren't you?
keeps talking about cutting
I'm
off
just-
my hand.
Well, yeah.
And Knight stopped talking about that like 4 years ago.
Yeah. We stopped talking about it.
Narrows eyes at Adrik.
His eyes slowly shift to meet yours with an unchanging expression.
Adrik, you and I just on the same page.
All right, let's make our way to see if we can find your friend then.
Dante?
No!
Yes, let's go find Dante.
I mean, that'd be cool, but, you know.
We're
that's
gonna
not
go
really the
find
objective.
Adrik's friend.
Colleen? They're fun.
At this point, with all the talk of Dante, I kind of want to find him.
I kind of want to meet him too.
I want to give him my card.
You don't want to meet him.
It is worth noting that Colleen is supposed to be in charge of Manny, so...
I heard Dante can jump twice.
I can jump twice.
You jump twice?
I can jump twice.
Can you jump twice?
Do it right now.
I can't.
Can't use the wall. Can't use the wall.
have to use my devil trigger to do it, but I can do it.
Logan, if I run and jump and then action surge in the air, can I use my new ability?
You have no. That vault has to start on the ground. Today's a silly game.
We needed it after that fucking tower.
Okay.
Alright.
So, we go find your friend, and then we meet back up with her, and
Kill the fuck
And
out
we
of
fight.
Lucifer.
yeah,
Where did you say
Fight
she
shit.
was?
New Cheshire.
yeah.
No Cheshire.
The New St. Cheshire.
On our way.
The city to the section. I guess I shouldn't call it a city compared to the rest of this place. It's quite small. The stretch of Apom capital that's to the southeast.
They give the best tips.
They give the best tips.
It's weird. It's mostly warehouses.
You're the working man. They know how to treat someone.
I mean, I don't disbelieve you. You live here. I'm just confused.
You know, you're driving a forklift at 3 in the morning. You get some pizza. Give a guy 20. You're like, no, keep the change.
Who's driving a forklift at that early? There's safety regulations
Clearly
against that kind of
Manny.
thing.
Forklift
Yes,
driver
that's tough.
Klaus.
That stops people.
People need to respect the rules.
Sometimes breaking the rules is fun, though.
No.
You're talking to the wrong person about that. Very all according to OSHA
No.
standards here.
I know you're young. They like put their hand out and they like do this faint ruffling your hair sort of motion to you, Theo, on your head. But one day you'll realize being responsible is cool.
Tag would agree.
Somewhere there's an undead man.
If Gino could stifle laughter.
Maybe.
But
Your visor's flickering. Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm perfect.
Maybe.
it sounds like someone didn't have the chance to have a lot of fun and flip a couple skirts in its prime.
Why
Do you
would
want to
do
make
that?
up for lost time?
Alright, I
One
think
last
that's our
off.
cue to leave.
It was worth the last offer. You can say no. It's you know, 3 shots, 3 strikes, and you're out like the baseball.
Sports.
Is
Mhm.
Colleen as interested in rules as you?
In a way.
Yeah?
She's more focused on decorum than I am. I believe in the letter of the law. Colleen puts a stronger emphasis on form and being proper. We usually see eye to eye on the overlap. Sometimes
Right.
they're a bit of a rebel, though.
Yeah, you like that, huh?
Nope. Mm-mm.
Anyway, bye.
See ya.
All right.
Hope I do not.
We'll try to catch up with you in a few days.
Looking forward to it.
Slide the card in the cast.
Not the
You'll never be
demons
able-
that are going to be the death of me.
I'm glad you're okay.
Thanks. I'm sorry again.
It's okay. Just, don't get charmed anymore because I don't have any more of those love potions. It was a one-time offer.
Okay. I'll do my best.
There's no rush fee.
Goodbye.
You have a thing to do.
We're like 45 feet
Arden,
away now.
Arden, you're the responsible one. Could you get them out of here, please?
I'm dragging Theo out. Let's throw her over my shoulder.
Okay.
As he's like, you have a thing to do,
Potatoes.
I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna push Marley out as he's saying you got a thing to do. It's like, and it's not him.
At this point, it's just fun seeing his reaction. I come with chains now.
His face! But Arden, his cheeks get so red!
I know, it's adorable, but we can't provoke him.
I know!
What's he going to do? Break the other arm?
You might.
Adrik, Gino,
Huh.
what's flipping skirts?
Did you
Fuck
just
if I
ask,
know.
did you mean to say Arden?
No, because
Oh, you're still in there. Okay.
Yeah, they dragged the other two off, so it's just those two left.
Improper behavior.
Okay.
Don't worry
Look it
about
up.
it.
Pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter. Forgot this. Except Manny. Pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter.
See you later.
Oh, Zab.
We leave.
Yeah, oh, they're gone.
I just glanced at Discord, and I just saw that it is your birthday. This is a cake.
I
love that one.
I love that. Have a day.
Have a day.
Have a day.
The day.
Oh, I don't know. It is your birthday. This is a cake.
I kind of want that for my name.
Yeah.
You know what? My birthday's on Monday. I'm gonna ask for that to be written on my
Let's
name.
go.
It is your
Aperture
birthday.
size
This is a cake. That sounds so much like that's Flux at a birthday. It is your birthday. This is a cake.
You're right.
I like what makes the have a day one funny is the smile on the stomach.
Yeah.
It looks like a big nose.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or it's a Squidward son.
Yeah.
Can't unsee it now. I thought it was supposed to be a smile.
I think it is.
Have a day.
I think it is supposed to be a smile. It just looks funny both
It
ways.
is. It looks like a nose.
Have a day, SpongeBob.
Well, it's
All
even
right.
like in the Squidward thing is that he's not telling him have a good day.
Just have a day.
Have a day. Have one.
Alright. So, game planning. Let's go find Colleen.
Mm-hmm. Let's get back to the car. We can try to find our best route going down and keep an eye out for any more grievances on the way.
Another fissure just opened
Hopefully.
up below our van.
No! No! Not again!
Hopefully the sword dude doesn't slash our van in half again.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'd like a working vehicle.
For
If we
5
see him
minutes.
again, let me know and I'll try to slam into him this time.
I don't think
bring
we're
it
He just sliced the van in
You
in
just
half
slice
again.
it right down the middle.
again.
I'll evade.
You will,
Our
but the
car
van
has
won't.
evasion.
I will evade it and I will slam into him.
You can't do both.
I have to get revenge.
Nico.
I have to get revenge.
Nico, you can't do both.
He's taken one car too many.
This is all him.
All right.
All right.
So we're heading to southeast part of the city. You said it was called Cheshire?
New Saint Cheshire.
Cheshire.
Oh, fuck.
Like the cat.
New Saint Cheshire.
Yeah.
Like this cat.
Yeah.
Put the cat down.
So you guys are driving.
What? What
So
cat?
Oh, I thought you picked up a random stray.
it's gonna take. Oh, there it is.
There
There's
it
the
is.
there's the sneeze from
Yeah.
2 hours ago. Thank
You
you.
finally got it.
So it would take you. It's about a quarter of the
28
time.
hours.
That's walking. And it's also. Oh, now I can't stop. Oh no! No, I always sneeze twice.
Pineapple.
That's a thing with me actually. If I don't sneeze twice, I'm sick. It has always been true.
Oh,
Unless it's like something tickling my nose. It's a weird thing with me. I don't know why. I always sneeze twice.
it's all. I always sneeze twice. When
It will take you-
If I don't.
For example, well, I mean, like, if something tickles my nose, then I sneeze once. Heckin', it will take 8 hours to make that distance. I'm not saying that's where the city is. Those of you who live here would know that the city is actually more like there.
Hmm.
Drive along the water. It's probably frozen. It'll be fine. It's only salt water.
Sounds
Salt
like a
water freezes
plan to
better,
me.
right?
Let's not listen to the child about driving, please.
So you could do like that in like 8 hours.
We did a science class once. We threw a brick of magnesium into a lake.
Is that what you guys want to commit to doing?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna be nice to you guys. I'm gonna say along the way, because you're gonna pass over the time into the next day. If you want to take one of your long rests during that period, you can. Would you like to?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. One long
Might
rest.
as well.
I'm always at rest when I'm behind the wheel of a car.
You guys get out.
Wait,
You head outside the city and you travel along that path, finding roads, heading between them. As you head towards it, you see there's another mountain along that side. You can still see the blizzard barrier that is surrounding the entire area, preventing escape. The living blizzard that you're in is still coating the outside like a sphere. You see what looks like almost icebergs forming within the water, as if chunks of ice that have been ripped up and made to go vertical have refrozen in place, and there are now these huge spikes and spires constituting the bay as you pass by it. You eventually come to the edge of the area that the anchor is currently keeping warm. As you do, Marile's effect keeps you all comfortable, but you become aware that things are colder as, like, the outside of the van seems to freeze, and you hear the engine sputtering and trying harder to work as you move.
How long were we in the car?
About 8 hours to go where you're going.
Oh, I'm going to take Manny and rest him on my booba
Ah, yes.
as a comfy pillow.
Good, of course.
Can we like jack a mattress and put it in the Scooby Mobile?
Oh, it already has one. It has a fuzzy, the fuzzy dice up here, and it's
Okay, so it's
There's a
got
rug.
a mattress and blankies. Okay, sweet. Taking a nap.
Then what are you reading?
Hmm?
Is that-
Nothing. Nothing?
No. What's you reading? Oh,
Kama
funny, who's
Sutra.
asking?
It's very intellectual read here.
Uh-huh.
Sutra for dummies.
Is that a tabloid?
What's it?
No,
What's Kama Sutra?
I'm learning about modern culture through this dictionary.
By Cosmo.
It's not Cosmo. It's not. It's nothing. And
Why is
Listen.
your face all red, Arden?
it's not red.
It's like Poker's cheeky life. You know.
It's not. It's nothing. It's
If I could
like I
read
said-
and tell you what I was reading,
Are you reading anything?
I can't read.
Ah, I see. Well, we should fix that.
Teacher had to read the Kama Sutra by Cosmopolitan.
It's not Cosmo.
Okay, but nobody's answering my question. What's the Kama Sutra?
It's
What's
a
a
book
Cosmo?
about sex.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
why would you be reading that?
I'm not reading that. I'm reading about modern culture through the eyes of the average person.
What are you learning?
I'm learning that apparently this Selena Gomez got a new boyfriend,
Oh.
Okay.
and they're going into detail about what he's like. Apparently, he's also famous. It's Brad Pitt or whatever. Apparently, it's very troubling.
It's amazingly troubling.
But yes, it's very, very helpful. It's very, very informing, educational.
What do you want to know about, like, who she's dating? Do you want to date her or something?
No.
Okay.
By the way,
Then why do you
Fine.
care?
By the way, you could have chosen to use hit die if you wanted to. 'Cause you
Oh,
would've regained
yeah?
some.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at Cosmo articles so I can pull up. Just like I need a Cosmo article. I need a Cosmo article.
This is what matters
There
right now.
Yeah, I'm like, Logan, fucking fine. Just can you talk to me about game later, okay? We're doing a thing.
What does it say about? What does it say for the horoscope?
I haven't looked at that part yet. Not that I was going to.
I'm a Virgo.
Oh. I don't know what I am.
When's your birthday?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know when my birthday is.
So I just went to look. Brad Pitt currently is 58 years old, and Selena Gomez is 29.
It's apparently very troubling indeed.
There is almost a 30-year gap. There is almost a Selena Gomez age gap between Selena Gomez and Brad Pitt.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know what Marile's horoscope is?
Yes.
Did you look up Virgo's horoscope from
If you play your cards right, Virgo, you might be able to turn what you're picking up physically into an exalted creative effort. The emotions and images flowing into your brain might be obscure, but they're significant in some way. Whether you write, play music, dance, or paint, you could be blown away by your own work. Whatever your materials, get them out and memorialize your inspiration. Tomorrow you'll be glad you did. This is from 4 days prior.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Oh, revive your love. Make this the year your love grows with a psychic love reading.
Wow.
Ush.
I want to use grim psychometry.
What the fuck is that supposed to do?
I want to know her horoscope. Stupid.
I love you guys. You start to hear a faint, dull sound coming from the distance outside.
Oh fuck! Is this still a boy?
Finally, something we can talk about other than this.
I'm keeping my eyes peeled. I'm putting down the goggles. What the fuck's in front of me?
Emerging from the snow off in front of you as you come to, are you gonna keep going? Because you're currently moving forward as quick as you can on the icy roads. Are you going to, do anything just in response to the noise? You can't quite see where it's coming from at this point.
I will slow down to an extent just so that we don't slip away or into whatever we're doing here, and like just keep my eyes peeled around.
As you do, you see 3 very bright lights emerging, igniting inside the mists ahead of you. You're back into the very thick blizzard at this point. You see these airborne thick lights shining down in your direction, slowly getting brighter as they move towards you. They're currently about 80 feet in the air.
What the hell? Some kind of aircraft?
No.
Could it be the helicopter people from before? Like the Order of the Sword people?
Upon hearing that, I'm gonna start speeding up again.
As you emerge, you do see what looks to be the bulk of a helicopter coming out of the snow. Lights shining down directly upon you. It's early morning-ish. The sun's not quite up yet at this point. Some of you will probably be resting at this point and be woken up by this, as you just hear coming over the speakers, the megaphones of the helicopter, just a very brash, "Civilians! Return to whence you came! The city ahead has been occupied! There is no safety for you there!"
We know!
Just how looks back over toward where Marile is, looks forward toward these guys.
Do you know when you yell? Do you yell any particular way? Like, or do you just yell from inside the van?
No, I'd like to stick my head out the side.
Take Manny's megaphone.
I grabbed the megaphone. We know!
If you know, then you know not to proceed for... You!
Uh-oh.
Step out of the van!
Oh, fuck.
I speed up.
Stop
I
or
shift
else we'll be
gears for the
forced to take
seventh time.
extreme action!
Want me to do something about it, Nicole?
If you can think about anything, that would be grand, but don't... What do you want to do?
I was going, well, we have to stop out of the car. I was going to charm them, but it seems like with the revving of the engine, you have got a different plan.
Money, this is them. We have to go.
Whoever you are you one of those armors that have been assailing the city?
Oh, fuck, no.
You can speak!
No, I'm not!
You hear shuffling from inside of it. You just hear like, sir? Yeah, certainly. And you just hear this brief change as someone else clearly takes hold of it. What are you? We mean you no harm. If you're an Angelo armor that's alive, please do us the honor of stepping out. We would like to talk.
Sounds spooky.
What's going on?
I'm guessing that doesn't ring any bells.
Roll me history.
Doesn't sound kind of spooky, doesn't it? He says with the megaphone still up to his mouth.
No, it sounds spooky.
It was right on the 20.
You've heard this voice before. You can't quite exactly place it, but it does sound like someone that you would have never associated with directly, but you know that whatever this voice is, it's pinging in your mind as somebody who holds sway within the Order of the Sword.
What do you want to do?
One, I should take care of him, boss.
No, Manny, you especially know.
I mean, we're gonna have to keep avoiding them if we just run away. See if they need dealing with
destroy
now.
the van again.
He will start slowing the van to a stop.
As you do so, the helicopter comes down to about 40 feet, the lights brightly shining down on you. You see several figures moving inside of you. You can't quite tell who is within it. At this point, you get a pretty good view of the helicopter. You see there looks to be, not like Gatling gun style weapons, but you do see there are firearms that appear to be attached to either side of it. You see that under the wings there are several small allotments of what look like missiles that have the Order of the Sword symbol upon them. Not huge ones, just like small missile pods. The helicopter has 2 blades. It's this sleek gold and white design. But
as soon as he got wind that this person was high up, he was like, we should not speed forward. They would probably just kill us.
I take this armor. I wish to... So, my thoughts are not... You who possesses demonic power, please, step out of the vehicle. I want to see you.
He sounded more creepy by the second, ain't he?
Yeah.
Whoever this person is, I can't. They're familiar. They're some. Not someone to mess with right now without information.
Yeah, never judge a book by its color. It's probably just, like resting creepy voice.
Logan.
Yeah.
Do I know anything about the Order of the Sword?
You know that your order didn't like him. Cool. As far as specific,
I wouldn't know any of
as far as specific
like,
members and whatnot go, probably not.
Cool.
You would maybe know about like they're led by a vicar who is supposedly the closest thing to Sparta, which your order took very much as like he blows smoke up his own ass, whatever. You would know that their general is known as the Supreme General, that is the head of their military operations, and below that they are a functional, militarized religion that but for the most part otherwise stays isolated on an island called Fortuna that is only accessible by air or water travel. So, yeah, as islands are. I guess my point there being it's difficult to get there and back. But you don't know anything about the exact members.
Gino.
He just has his hands on the door. Is he looking back at you, Nicola?
These people... He looks back to Arden, he looks over to Theo, especially Theo, because, Theo can't hide it. Looks back over toward Marile. They are very interested in certain people that were in this car. So, I'm going to say something and you have to play along, all right?
Okay.
Give me the microphone.
Here.
Excuse me! I wish to stop and step out, but you must know something about this armor. It is very tied to everyone here. So please, we're going to step out and explain everything.
When you do this, do you stick your head out the window like to do this, or?
He will, yes.
We have no desire to cause you any undue trouble. However, I've never seen an armor such as that speak.
It's just
Indulge my curiosity.
It's just a warning, boss. And he will turn off the car.
Gino will, at that point, I guess, open the back doors and climb out.
As you climb out, the lights on the helicopter almost blindingly reflect down on you.
I can tell from here. Curious. Infusion of demonic energy into armor like yours. My attempt to infuse humans with demonic power have proved useless. You will not separate from your friends. Is that what I understand?
Yeah. Yep, that's the deal.
Do those that travel with you also possess demonic power?
Fiona, let's stay very close to Arden.
I look back at Nicola.
Yes, boss. We're coming in if possible. We need to get out of the storm.
That voice. You step out.
Gets out, just kind of steps off the side where Gino is.
Oh. I recognize the look of you. One of our old failed attempts. You were one of us, weren't you?
With everything going on, I'd like to assume I still am.
You made it this far, have you? And you're healthy, unlike the others.
I have no idea what he's talking about, right?
Nothing comes to
or do
mind.
I? Okay. Doing my best.
Your kin, the old guard. They expired from complications with their cultivation. But you...
So creepy.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You don't remember me, do you?
I remember your voice, I think.
You do not remember. I am the prime researcher of the Order of the Sword. I am Agnes. I would love to spend more time with you. But as things are, I must report back to Credo. You have my permission to tread upon this land. Stay alive. I want to see you progress. And be warned, you are not alone in these mists. What was your name? Which one were you?
Niccolo, sir. Niccolo Bernardito.
The defector. Perhaps I was too hasty in the other's cultivation. You survived on your own. Curious.
With that happening, you hear the fumbling of a microphone. You hear the sound of the speakers turning off. And the helicopter moving up, turning, and slowly ascending back into the mists. After about a minute, it's how the hum of the helicopter blades fades into the distance.
What the hell was he talking about?
Your guess is as good as mine, actually.
Can I incite him? Can I incite Niccolo?
I don't know. Do you? Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Insight, Niccolo?
Yes, sure. Go ahead. Ooh.
Wanted to be a 3.
You know what?
So
Oh
bad.
my lord! You know what? And I'm gonna be even nicer to you. I was gonna say do with advantage, so roll it again because you've known Niccolo a long time. I'd say you'd know when he's being cagey. So give that another one to see if you get a 20. Why not?
I have known Niccolo a long time.
Okay.
I have
Module, you can tell that what was just said has made him uneasy. You can tell that he's being cagey at the moment. Unfortunately, that's about all you can tell. Arden, you as well. You can tell that Niccolo is being less forthcoming than he normally is.
Just comes from behind his chair, so he just sees her arms just like wrap around him, and then one of them just like pinches his like nose.
Ah.
Estás mintiendo.
What she said.
Said you're lying.
I will note, Niccolo, you do not remember ever meeting or working with anybody named Agnes.
Does the name Agnes remind me of anything?
Yes, you do know that Agnes is the name of someone who holds respect. They're considered a higher up within the Order of the Sword, but they are someone who, anytime their name ever came up, it was in hushed tones, and it was almost always brought up with a dismissive sense that made it seem like those who were in the know did not want to even acknowledge that they were real.
And the other name that he had said? I've
Credo.
writing it down.
You know Credo.
Okay.
Credo is that's the Supreme General of the Order of the Sword.
Yay! I know him.
You once served under him. You received orders from him.
Oh yeah. I look back to Mario like.
What was Credo the head of?
He's the Supreme General of the Order of the Sword. He's the head of their all of their military operations.
I'm telling the truth. I don't know much about that man. I recognize his name. I recognize his voice. But something else is missing. I don't know. As soon as I heard him, you saw what they were flying. We would not have been able to get forward without some sort of something intervening.
Is what he said true? You were some sort of failed experiment or something?
I have actually no idea what he's talking about. Truthfully, they did a lot there. I was mostly under Credo. They would give me orders to do things, and, well...
You did them. Like a good little boy.
Most of the time. I don't know what he's talking about, but I do know that if he's here, if both of them are here, we need to keep ourselves on their good side as much as we can. So, looks back toward Fionnuala. You need to stay with Arden or myself at all times if you can.
Okay.
That might get a bit hard. I'm gonna
And
fucking kill him.
And Arden, do not try not to tell him anything about you.
I won't have to. I'm just gonna fucking slit his throat. If he's turning people into what I am, I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Let's try to make our way to the spire first, if we can.
Sure. If we have time,
Because
though,
as soon as we
I'd like
get-
to bring down the Order of the Sword as fast as I can.
As soon as we can get this blizzard around here under control, then we can actually, perhaps, be on a better ground to tackle the situation. I'll tell you now, I don't have any favor for them right now either. And apparently they have kept records that I have left, so they probably have kept a lot of records. Just, everyone try to be agreeable unless they are showing themselves to be dangerous. At which point, defend yourselves with your lives and let everyone else around know about it. Be ready to act on a moment's notice. All right?
Okay.
What the fuck was he talking about? He goes to turn on the car.
Everybody roll me. Everybody roll me perception.
Okay.
Okay.
Oof.
17.
Ooh, man, that was so close.
Good.
Ah, man, I only got a 24.
Ah, fuck.
Gross.
I got
Rough
another
life, man.
22.
1 second, it's not rolling.
Oh no, it's not rolling.
I'm gonna just drag it.
You see me
It
rolling.
isn't rolling.
It rolling.
Ye deny me button. Oh, everything's just. Oh, game's gonna crash soon, I bet.
Oh no.
Oh no. It rolled.
It's one of the.
All the boxes have disappeared.
Oh no.
Oh, you
Oh,
should
no.
restart.
Yeah. Quick, stop, drop, and roll.
So it may actually be an okay time for that. Nicola, as you all get back into the car and you're just like, I do not know what they kept on me, and you go to put you go to like turn the key in the ignition. As you do, a lone cup of water that you had not noticed that is sitting in the cup holder of the van that had just been there from before. You stop, you see a small little whoop in it as a small little wave of water, just as if a droplet had fallen into it. Happens. And then another. And then another, and with this one you hear this faint, distant it's happening. You see the massive figure of something slowly emerging, stepping out from the direction that you were just going in, coming down the road. You see something colossal. Not colossal. You guys have seen a lot of big things. I don't want to over-describe it. Something huge. Something that stands at least 30 feet tall, with a body that reminds you of a Tyrannosaurus Rex slowly sauntering, thunderously stepping its way through the mists as it moves towards you. The car finds difficulty in starting as you try to get it to start. As this thing steps out, you become aware there is what appears to be something similar to a demonic-looking, heavily plated, scaled Tyrannosaurus Rex moving towards you as you all get back into the car. But then as it comes within view, it stops, lets out a roar, and as it roars, it almost seems like the force of just this roar pushes snow away around it. As about 30 feet away from the car, you see what looks not only like a Tyrannosaurus reeling back, unleashing its roar, but you see there is a head plate behind it, and the horns of a Triceratops extending out from the front of its head plate.
It's the King of Feathers!
as you see one of these roaring towards the van.
It's a Triceratops Rex tops.
It's a Triceratops.
Oh, it actually has a legitimate name.
As you see it, you see beside it a chain going down from its neck towards something that is sitting beside it in the snow as this, what looks to be this completely white creature, this demonic thing with large bug-like wings and a winding skeletal tail that with a large red stinger on the end is holding onto a chain, pulling it along with it. As this demonic scowling face, this thing standing just a bit taller than the van. You see one of these boys looking,
I don't like
bead
these
red
things.
eyes staring at you through the snow. As you do this, two more figures you hear bleeding as on both sides of the van, emerging from the snow, what initially look like very large goats, step forward and then step onto their hind legs and rear up, and these goat-like demons, again standing a little bit taller than you might expect a tall human, white fur that is flush with the snow. They let out these demonic bleats towards the van as the thing roars again, as the van now seems to be surrounded by these snow demons and their pet Tyrannosaurus Triceratops fusion.
Protect the van!
As they do, that is where I want to call today.
I'm going to die.
Logan, I'm so happy!
This is amazing.
I want to fight dinosaurs. Let's go!
Dude, it's
I
always
need
so
to
hype.
pee.
It's always so hype when dinosaurs show up.
I haven't fought a dinosaur in
love it.
so long.
I've never fought a dinosaur! Do you have any idea how pissed I was when the fucking 69ers in Vestige got to fight the fucking plesiosaurs? I was pissed! I was like, what, we got drow? Which is great, it was a great story, but dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs do hold a special place in combat. It's very... Woo!
There's so much. I feel so much more hype when I'm fighting a dinosaur than even when I'm fighting like a dragon.
I know!
Dinosaurs are so cool.
They're so cool!
Welcome to...
We're all 8.
Welcome to New St. Cheshire. Welcome to the Order of the Sword with certain characters who are definitely a little bit canon to DMC being present. For those at home, this is a wonderful time to remind you that though we have a canonical place that we take place in time, the story is not being made to adhere to whatever future comes after it. People die, they die.
Yeah.
This is in a vacuum.
We could change fucking everything.
You could. For those of you in the chat who, for those of you in our game, some of you probably don't know who Agnes is.
I know who he is.
Yeah, you do. I knew you would.
I kept thinking it was Angus.
Angus.
Burger.
And then I was like, oh wait, he's old lady name.
It's true. This is younger Agnes, who has yet to actually bear any meaningful fruit from his investigation into merging demons and humans.
Okay, yeah, I had to go look. Yeah, it was the guy I was thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was pretty confident the stutter would give it away.
It was kind of funny.
Yeah.
As soon as I
that's
started
like-
hearing things, I'm like, oh no.
I had gotten the stutter, but I didn't connect the dots because I kind of always assumed that like no canonical characters are gonna appear. But I
Yeah.
was like, this guy sounds dumb. And it was Agnes, and I was like, oh, that's why.
Also, what the fuck did he do to me? All the other ones died. Oh, other what?
Oh.
Explain, old man.
Other Nicolos?
Other Nicola.
Pumped you full of demon juice.
Let's fucking go, dude.
I'm so fucking excited. All right, 2 weeks from now, let's go.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs!
2 weeks from now, dinosaurs.
An Order of the Sword stuff. And then maybe fight a helicopter if you decide to. I don't know.
All right, so here's what you guys do. You yeet me into the sky. and I fight the helicopter one-on-one.
Look, we just need to get away from the van so that we can fight these guys without the van. Oh, shit, stepped on it. Fuck.
Oh well, fuck.
Cast
I
hold
never-
monster on the helicopter.
I never should have
Hold
poured that glass of water. I
helicopter.
never even drank anything out of it.
That made me so happy. I'm like, Logan, I see what you're doing. Don't stop. I'm so excited.
We're doing a little Jurassic Park is what we're doing. Except with a T-Rex that is also a Triceratops.
Which is the coolest.
Why wouldn't you?
I'm so excited!
I'm very happy.
It's
We're
a
taking
Triceratops.
Jurassic Park
It's a
formula and
Tyrannosaurus
perfecting
Rex.
it.
No, it's both.
It's a Triceratosaurus.
No,
Oh
same though.
gosh. Oh, it always feels good to get back into DMS. It took us so long to get a game going again. I am sorry for the delays, guys.
It's okay.
It's fine.
I'm just happy we're back.
Yeah.
I missed these babies so much. I was getting texts from Bread. Just like, you are unhinged. Just like,
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
We're running credits, talking about Jurassic Park and DMC.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
I hope you enjoyed your Cosmo magazine while it lasted.
It wasn't Cosmo!
You know, you're really defensive for me saying it's
You're right,
Cosmo.
Arnold. It was
makes
17.
He's doing the fucking not the horoscopes, like the fucking quizzes in the back. It's like, find out if
Which Gilmore girl? Which Gilmore girl am I?
Well, I have no idea who they are, but
But
couldn't hurt to find out.
Am I Lorelai? Am I Rory? Am I Suki?
Which Vestige girl am I?
Which F.R.I.E.N.D.S am I?
Should K-pop rock star Woo-sung
He's
try
Chandler.
doing comedy? Me too.
He's Chandler.
Yeah. I can tell you that
You
right
know?
now. Arden is Chandler.
You're not wrong.
Does that make Nicola Ross?
I will Niccolo is most likely Ross, yes.
Oh, how
Nicolo's
unfortunate.
The thing
He
is,
is most
Nicolo's-
likely Ross, if not Monica.
Listen, I want to say he's Monica because Ross is a terrible person.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go. Perfect.
I was like, none of us
They're
can
all
be Ross or
terrible
Rachel.
people.
They're all
Yeah, that's
terrible,
true.
but
All of the
like
friends-
Ross.
All of the logic in Friends is based on someone is baking cookies, and someone walks into the room and goes, "Hey," and the person gets in front of the stove and tries to protect it for no reason, and the other person's like, "You baking cookies?" And they'll be like, "No," for no reason.
Yeah, that's.
It's all based on pathological lies that have no basis in any kind of fucking reality.
Whenever you live near Joey Tribbiani, you hide your food, alright?
It's not just cookies, it's everything. They can walk into the room and be like, "Hey, you wearing a shirt?" And they'd be like, "Why would you ask that?"
No.
No.
Why'd you ask me that?
That's Friends. Friends, if you watch it,
Yeah.
it is just people lying constantly for no reason.
Yep.
It is
true.
also
And it's
still
great.
probably my favorite show of all time.
It's great, but that's what it
It's
is.
such a great show, but it's true.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, it's. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man.
I mean, fucking history ended when fucking what is it, Monica? Was it Monica got off the plane? Am I thinking of the right one? Very end of the show. Spoilers for Friends.
I think
I am
you're
almost
good.
done with Friends. I'm on the very last season. of
There's
Friends.
a fucking there's a joke that like media history ended when she got off the plane. Just being that like we haven't culturally moved on since then, and everything has been a rehash of Friends
Been
since
doing
then.
that again
Yeah.
ever since.
Yeah, fucking
Yep.
yeah.
I mean,
All right.
Right.
Shall we wrap up?
I think so. I think so. Today was a very fun session. Today was a lot of
Yeah, it
good
was really
jokey, like a lot of lore, but a lot of fun just kicking it.
A lot
in
of
it.
getting back in it.
Yeah.
I liked
Yeah.
bonding with Adrik.
I like messing with Adrik. It's so easy.
Everybody get your chat 19 questions in.
Yeah.
We got
Yes.
Merriman Fenny on the horizon.
Indeed.
Do we have any other things that we're talking about recently? I think
We'll
that's it. I
be,
think
we'll
that's
be,
all
re-
we-
I know we didn't put it on display today, but Nicolo has taken the fighter subclass Duvile Dragoon, which is one of the subclasses that's going to be coming out with my Hanyo supplement, the Hanyo 2022 supplement, which is not a DMC-based one, but it's going to have a lot of a bunch of half demon stuff, half yokai in particular. It's going to have a whole lot of Damaturgy spells, which is a sub-school of magic. It's got like 20-some spells for that. And a whole bunch of subclasses and yokai NPC blocks, and I'm currently getting art done and having my proofreader look through it. Well, that'll be coming out sometime in the future, so keep your eye on our Drive-Thru RPG and my Twitter if you want to purchase that stuff. It's going to be like a 30-some page document.
The spells are so cool. It's the entire reason I'm going into another ranger level right after this, so I can change up some spells.
Beyond that, I don't have anything else to talk about. Buy the Crystal Tiefling.
Buy the Crystal
do
Tiefling!
that.
Yeah.
Do it. Monday is my birthday, but also dice sale.
Yeah. Go support our Patreon.
Yeah, go support our Patreon. I'm actually gonna have an update up there tonight, probably.
Yeah.
If not tomorrow. So.
Anybody have anything else? Even if it's not show related, does anybody have any like streaming announcements or anything they want to make?
I recently started using my VTuber model.
That's cool.
It looks so cute.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty fun. That's all I got, though.
All right.
Alrighty. In that case, YouTube,
Goodbye.
we're gonna take off. Again, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. There's no reason why we should have to delay game again for the next little while. I worked plenty ahead. So we'll see you guys then. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Buddy, thank you much. Appreciate it.